You sippin' that drink, it ain't worth it. How do you stop feeling worthless? I wake up like, wow, I'm putting this work. I run away from my problems and made me a cow. No, I ain't perfect. We done took so many L's, so many losses, could tell that we hurt. So tryna figure it out, why am I here, what's my purpose? I keep the pain deep down, they never see it cause they see the surface. I lost a woman that burnt me, the one I was supposed to be there when they hurt me. 2 months it would've turned me, then she ain't coming back. Who really got my back? You can always call my jack. Fuck 100, I'ma always keep this shit a wreck. Once we make it out of here, there ain't no going back. Pretty God that we make it real fast. Mommy, your son's gonna be.
It's a little Swifty. Shout out to Swifty out of Providence, Rhode Island, our boy, our brother, right there, Swifty. Doing a quick remix, his own rendition of "Oh My God" by Lil Keed. Rest in peace, Lil Keed. The CA crew, Cap crew in this bitch. We have shout out to the producers in the building. They're not in the bathroom taking a shit this week. The Chubb Corner. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all welcome.
Shout out the producers.
Erlen and Marloon doing their thing per usual. And it's gonna be interesting, man. We have a very, very special guest this week, and it's a very important week in hip hop history, music history. So I thought it would be very timely. You know, we're here, episode 31. For those who don't know, shout out to Providence, tapping in every week. Everybody tuned in. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to subscribe, comment down below, share your opinions about the topics we're gonna discuss today, and you know, debate our opinions as well. Up to you. And if you're listening on audio platforms, make sure to leave a good review, and also go watch the visual on YouTube, because you know we got this HD set up. It be acting, you know. We got some visual technical difficulties.
Come look at some cuties, bro.
You know, we're trying our best, you know. But
I know we sound sexy, but imagine putting that shit to a beautiful image too.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But this week, man, going back to the guests, we have someone that we went to school with. You know, I've been friends for a while, and he has made his way naturally, organically into, quote unquote, the music industry. You know what I'm saying? He's doing his thing. He's making his rounds. He's been very impactful without following, I guess, the shit that we see today, the clout era, and like everything that just tends to be gimmicky. He's done it his own way, and he's doing it a traditional way, you know, with the writer, journalist sort of pedigree, and very, very talented, not just a regular, you know, schmegular blog poster. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, at one time you did have your own blog and stuff, right? Your own setup at one time, you know.
Everything started.
You know, that's how everything started. But we have Wongo in the building.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you coming through this week.
Appreciate you having me, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Females.
We're not starting.
You know what I'm saying? He's a bachelor, ladies, just in case you're watching on YouTube. Yes, he's
get me in trouble.
He's yours for the taking. But yeah, man, I'm excited. Very excited to have him. I knew he was going to be on, and hopefully he comes on again, but I was waiting for the right, proper time, and it's perfect. You know what I'm saying? What happened?
I'm sorry, bro. Keep going.
That sounded sus? Was that plausible?
No, it's because he was like, I know he was coming. You told him to come.
No, I'm saying like in general, when I started the podcast, he was on my list of guests, especially because we talk about music, and it's like this guy's really tapped into this world, and you know, he's constantly doing similar things as us. Like, he's constantly interviewing artists, and he's constantly in here, and he's very respectful. And he's constantly getting upper and upper in it, like adding more to his belt of actual jobs and actual corporations and companies that his name's attached to.
Yeah, that resume looking crazy.
Yeah, you know, and it's like, we'll talk about it. We're going to talk about it today. We're going to talk about it. But for starters, we'll start in the order that I have the notes set up to keep it, you know, kind of icebreaker friendly, and also just as far as, you know, I feel like a lot of people have liked this structure so far. We'll start with the Rhode Island update. So talking about the local news that's been happening as of late in our city, in our town where we're from, Providence, Rhode Island, 401. A couple things. So for starters, there's been as of last night in Billy Taylor Park, pretty damn near my parents' crib, there was a shooting at the park in the middle of the night. 26-year-old was shot. And I think that's just indicative of summer starting. You know, it's not summer yet, technically. I think summer starts, July? Like June? Mid-June-ish. But, yeah, when it gets a bit too hot, people start doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? Driving crazy. and try to take advantage of, you know, being outside and doing the thing. So
AC recharge expensive as fuck right now for cars. So that heat getting to people.
yeah, the AC, that
fucking
shit.
with their heads.
No, it's big facts. I sell it every day. I'm telling you this.
Yeah, that's
it's
true.
expensive as fuck. It's double of what it was last year.
Yeah, everything's going
Inflation.
up. That's the inflation.
Roll down them windows.
Everywhere for sure.
You know, so summer started early. Please be safe, everybody in the city. You know, mind yours and take it easy, because it's not, you know, it's not a game out here. It's real. Every summer. Congratulations to all the graduates. It seems to be graduation season happening in the city.
Yeah.
Shout out to everybody. URI, Rick, all the colleges, universities. Also, it's prom season. My sister had her prom last week. High school proms are happening right now. Feel older and older every day.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, prom is so long ago.
Bro.
Damn.
Bro,
Fucking
Jesus
crazy.
Christ.
That was
Prom
funny.
was like a
That was
minute
funny.
ago.
God.
You know what I'm saying? Throwback to, shout out to the 2016 classical prom. The alumni are in the building right here.
Almost 10-year reunion time.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try to, you
4
know,
more years.
organize it and structure. I was gonna do the 5-year, but it's really not necessary.
We could do the 10-year.
Yeah, for sure.
I'd go to the 10-year.
That's why I started up in the group again. That's why I was just
Mm.
bullshitting again, because I was like, yeah,
I'd do it.
we got 3
Do it.
years, 3 years left.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's
I gotta get
almost
to
here.
it.
Might as well do it. I don't see why not. You know what I'm saying?
2016 was
You know,
probably the best class.
if fights
class.
happen, exes see each other, we gotta deal with it. Fuck it, guys. We're all grown adults now. Just get some security in that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Make sure they got a playpen for the kids, because a couple kids are gonna be in the building too. A couple
Hey.
children.
Listen,
You know, they gotta allow them in. If not, a couple parents will end up going.
Little daycare.
Shout out to also Rhode Island. The Rhode Island General Assembly is moving towards legalizing recreational cannabis by the end of this month officially,
Hey.
and making that voting. So
Facts.
that's big news, because I think it's been legal to
Massachusetts.
medical. No, but
Yeah.
over
Oh,
here in Rhode Island
medical, yeah,
specifically, like you can be
medical, yeah.
stopped and you could get like a fine, but you're not obviously no jail time or nothing crazy
No.
for a certain amount.
Yeah.
If you got fucking a bunch of bricks in your trunk, it's like obviously you going down. Everyone's going down. You know, they're gonna investigate it, but now it's gonna be officially recreational, which but I kind of felt like it was. I don't smoke, so I don't know about it.
No, it was only medical, and then I think if you had like a small amount,
I think it was like a couple.
I don't know the number, but
Yeah.
I
it
don't
was
know.
like a small amount. It was just like
I don't know.
I
Might
don't
get a fine,
smoke.
other
You
just-
smoke, right?
Yeah, I smoke. Yeah.
I know you
Yeah.
smoke. Providence Police Department has released new footage of the creep we discussed last week walking around Providence College, the PC area. This time around, the guy's walking around with a tiki torch. The video's gone viral locally on the
What
local
the
news.
fuck?
Yeah, bro, I don't know what's
Why
going
not a
on.
flashlight.
I don't know. It wasn't even lit up though. It was just a
wasn't
tiki
lit.
torch.
That's the weird thing.
It was
For
just
real?
regular
It was
tiki
just-
torch with no light, no
I feel
fire.
like this motherfucker be doing just drugs out that ass, bro. And,
Yeah,
and
he gotta
that's
be
why.
some shit.
He
bro.
might be a
A
student.
random ass tiki torch and not light up tiki torch.
What if you lit it up? That'd be even like more. I don't.
That'd be
That would be
crazy.
like that. Remember we
Crazier,
saw
like,
that
the fact
before?
it
What
wasn't-
what for as a weapon?
I
Them
don't
shits
know.
are mad flimsy, bro.
Just trying to scare the mosquitoes and shit.
Huh?
man. Like the
I don't know what's
mosquitoes
going
around.
on.
It's like a little smoke bomb shit.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mosquito
But nah.
season.
I don't know what's
At
going on.
least
I
he's
don't
taking
know.
care of himself.
All I will say is definitely be
jokes
safe
aside.
if you're in the Providence College area. Please be safe, because
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know what's happening with this guy, and it seems to be the same guy. Like, and they haven't caught him yet. It's like more footage
Honestly.
just keeps getting revealed.
Listen,
Like,
I'm gonna tell you guys or females, just keep something next to you, just in
A
case.
knife, something,
No,
pepper
honestly,
spray. for
Honestly,
real.
because you know that they're
Yeah.
talking about like they woke up to being someone in their bed and this and that.
Yeah.
Obviously don't keep that shit right there because he might use that shit against you. But keep it under the pillow, some shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Honestly, bro, fuck.
Yeah, protect yourself as much
Nah,
as you
for
can.
sure.
Yeah,
ladies.
fuck that shit.
Or
That's
just
that's
people, everyone in general.
they're inside
bro.
of your crib. You can do it.
Yeah.
You can do it.
yeah,
Leaving the house, everything,
Yeah.
be safe for real.
Come on.
self-defend yourself. You know what I'm
Crazy
Don't
saying?
people.
tiki torch though, cause you ain't gonna do shit with that.
Also, shout out to Jeremy Pena playing this week.
Shout out to
Basically,
Ryan.
back at home, because Providence, Rhode Island, we don't have a MLB team, but he's in Boston. He's playing tonight. We didn't go,
No,
and
he's out
coincidentally, he's out tonight. He's
tonight. Out
injured.
tonight, yeah.
So it was like, fuck it, we don't gotta go
Yeah, we
tonight.
got
You know,
lucky.
we're there tomorrow though. He's playing again
He's
back
gonna
tomorrow.
play tomorrow.
Yeah, he's
Hopefully,
confirmed
yeah.
tomorrow playing back. We're gonna be in there. It's packed tonight with a lot of people from Providence. We've been seeing people's
Yeah,
stories. Shout out
everybody
to
went over
the classical teams and like just the local baseball players. It's beautiful to see. We talk about all the time. Like that guy is really an inspiration and not a bum. There's a lot of bums in the league. Like and it's
Yeah.
like, oh, they made it. Congratulations, but they're bumming it. So it's like, this guy's already getting talked about Rookie of the Year
Facts.
Right.
in a fucking like month and a half. It's like,
He just had a hit streak, right? How
yeah,
many games it was?
I think
he was
still
on?
he still has it.
He still
8,
has
I
it.
think 8 games in a row where he's
Yeah,
at his
because when you
streak,
get
so
injured, they
it's
still
crazy,
keep the
yeah.
streak. They don't
Yeah.
discount it.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's wild.
in MLB. So that's beautiful to see, man. You know, so congratulations. We'll discuss the recap. We're probably gonna do a vlog. I'm gonna do a vlog tomorrow, visiting
Seeing him,
Jeremy on the way there, and then hopefully linking up with him after. But that's the Providence update for the week, guys. And we have, like I said earlier, let's talk about it with one of Mr. Providence. There's a couple Mr. Providence. You know, I don't think there's one specific people like who's Mr. Providence, but he's one of them right here. You know, Wongo.
I'll take it.
You know, let's
I'll
talk
take it.
about it. Fuck it, bro. We gotta take the flowers over here.
For sure.
When it comes to your beginning into this world of being a journalist, first of all, how would you describe your title? What would you, Wongo, what do you do for a living? What would you tell someone?
Definitely journalist.
Journalist.
For sure. There's definitely like some side things I do.
Yeah.
Journalist.
Nothing illegal.
No.
Imagine.
But no, definitely like journalist, like overarching everything, and then,
Yeah.
I guess like to cover everything else would just be writer overall.
Okay. And what would you say was the beginning of this, I guess, or like, because obviously it's not traditional. A lot of people don't understand it. Like, it's not a typical, like, fucking sport. Like, oh, I
Right.
played sports my whole life, blah, blah, blah. But in your world, like, where did this passion even start for actually putting, you know, pen to paper or fingers to keypad?
I'd say that there's like real two starts. So I'd say like the first start, like where I actually fell in love with writing was honestly in high school.
Classical.
Yeah, for sure. Because I used to just be banging out these essays last minute and like getting solid grades, and I was like,
Who was your English teacher?
I'll go year by year. Who did I have first year? I think first year I had.
Bro, I erased all of my memories from high school.
I forget, shorty. She was the English department in the back left corner.
English department back left corner.
Miss Claire,
I
don't
know if I describe her, I'm going to hell, so I don't want to do that.
The one next to Mr. Colonino?
The Miss,
Yes.
Miss
yes.
Toro?
No.
No,
Miss
Did she
Toro,
teach
my home
English?
teacher.
The
She
ru-
did, but she was my home
the
teacher.
room where you used to have Crusaders.
Nah, Miss Viking was in this corner. Then it was
I
I
forgot.
have
Him lie.
Viking, Colonino, then Miss Klaus
Oh, so we're
was
not
on the
talking
left.
about.
the run right next to Miss Klaus. That was my freshman year.
You guys know a lot of names. You love school, huh?
Well, anyway, fuck it. Whoever her she was, and then
Yeah.
Cooperman was sophomore year. She hated us. She told us in like before the end of the year. She said she gave up on us like in December.
Jesus Christ.
We was a bad class. We was a bad class though.
Hey,
It was so bad. And then forget who I had junior. I might have had Toro 2 years in a row. But honestly, it was my time with Toro that she was my homeroom teacher too. That I realized that like, okay, like I'm actually a good writer. Like,
Yeah.
I might be bullshitting these, but like, you know,
You got talent.
Like I'm finessing.
right. So, and just I forget which year of her class, but like she really taught me how to like put together like essays and like really structure everything and like made the process easier for me. So like I took that, you know, and I'm going to college, and then that's when I started, you know, my blog, the spring semester of my freshman year. Yeah. And then it's just been up.
What's the name? What was the name of it again?
We had two names. So the first name was Provocative Confidence,
Yeah.
hella wordy. And then we switched to Unorthodox with
yes.
OX. It was AUX at the end.
I remember that.
That's fine.
Yeah.
And I say we because like a couple of my boys, shout out Michael, shout out Corvo, shout out Albert. I had some people help me out on the site.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have been, even as small as it was, it wouldn't have been whatever it was without them. So they definitely helped in the early times.
And what was like the transition now into like getting an established, you know, opportunity in the actual industry when it comes to like an established newspaper, an established blog, established site, company? And did it start off, was it like paying job, or was it like, how does that work? Do they try you out? Do you do like some free jobs? Like, how does that even work?
I'll definitely say that my path, you know, from my own blog to like working now might have been a bit more untraditional, because throughout college, like I wasn't a journalism major.
Yeah.
I was computer science for 3 years, and then I was computer science for 3 years. I had a writing minor, And then my senior year, I was like, I'm gonna go
swap it.
Yeah, I'm gonna just do writing.
You dropped computer
Wow.
science too?
Yeah.
Welcome to the team.
Oh yeah. No.
Yeah.
Shit was hard.
That shit's overwhelming, bro.
I tell
computer science is not easy.
my writing department head all the time. Like I was like, nigga, you saved me, bro, because I was about to die in that shit. So, but yeah, I think the one thing that really helped me, through my path here was just I was good at networking. I met a lot of people in the industry. I'm on my way to where I am now, and I wasn't looking for no handouts for sure, but I was just looking for opportunities, and I just made sure that I took care of what I had to do, and I was just working on my skills, and for the time that when a door was open for me, that when I went through, like, there would be no doubts, and I just handled business.
What was the first door opening? Was it Two Dope Boys or no?
Yeah, shout out Where's Nasty, actually. He came into a meeting on campus, and he basically told us, like, if you really want to try something, like, college is the time to do it. Like, go ahead. If you want to take a stab at something, like, on the side, go ahead and do it, because, like, college is the time where, like, you can kind of fall and, like, get up without, too much damage for life. Yeah. Like, when you wait till after that, you got so much responsibilities, and you might not have the chance for that.
It's true.
So, yeah, he told us that. And right after that meeting, I was like, I really want to be a writer. I really want to be in this music journalism space, is what would you have any advice, to start that, anything. Like, I didn't really look for anything specific. And, I didn't even realize that he was good friends with Mecca from Two Dope Boys. So the first door that was open for me was him introducing me to Mecca. And,
boom.
Once he did that, at least to my knowledge now, he didn't really do much. Me and Mecca, we stayed in contact for the next few months, and then, Mecca was trying to do some of his own things, and he was going to take away from responsibilities on the site. So he was just like, if you want an internship with us for some time,
wow,
there you go.
And how long did the internship last?
The internship, it's not clear, really, because I just ended up doing so much and just being involved in, like, the day-to-day stuff that I just became, like, a staff writer. It was still like internship-y, but like I became more, involved as not more so it's like you cleaning up or like you kind of in the background. Like I got brought more towards the forefront. But I would say that happened probably after a year and a half with them.
Wow.
And then that's kind of when I started doing. By the time I was like hitting festivals and like doing stuff like that, like I was definitely a staff writer for sure.
Well, yeah, because they would use you as a basically on-site analyst and like go to places and send you out and then you just interview them and bring it back to the site, and then it'll be on the site and it'll be the stuff that you covered. Right. That's amazing. And obviously for those who don't know, a lot of people do know if you love hip hop, especially early on. Two Dope Boys is one of the OG main legacy acts of the blog era. Two Dope Boys, Rap Radar, like that whole time, like NahRight.com. Remember NahRight? NahRight was my shit. I like Rap Radar a lot too because they would put like all the other blogs on the right side. When you go to rapradar.com, they would have like all the other ones listed, like every single one, like in alphabetical order. So it would link you to other ones. But yeah, Two Dope Boys was one of the main ones, and it would get into like a lot of beefs, a lot of controversies with other artists, Tyler Creator, etc., that had like different opinions with them, and they would get cosigns in songs and everything. Absolutely. So shout out to Two Dope Boys, and like one can argue like, oh, blogs are dead or whatever, that whole thing, but you can say that, but at the same time, you can never negate the actual impact that sort of blog and that whole era had. Like that's lifelong. Like to this day, you can bring up memories of that. So I think it's dope as fuck. Like for you, how did it even feel? Was it kind of like a whole like 180? Like, oh shit! Like I used to be on this blog, now I'm here. Like one of the main people like in charge of it.
I mean, there's a big portion of like the blog era that I miss just because like I'm my age and like we're young. So like
you 24 yet or it's 23 yet?
I turned 24 in August.
Okay.
So like I came in probably like recognized it like after like the peak of everything. But yeah, it was I became like more so like a student of like everything that happened. So I really like was always down near the stories that Mecca and Shake had for whatever went on during, and just hearing how crazy and how dope it would have been to be like involved in and part of it, you know, at the time, the good and bad.
Yeah. That's dope. Being like a sponge of it, taking it all in.
Right. And you know, even being able to, you know, meet, you know, other people from other blogs, and you know, like you said, some people say the blog era is dead, but what's crazy about it is a lot of people that were had these blogs or had like prominent positions at these blogs, they now have prominent positions at like digital companies and like other
record
places.
labels.
Yeah, like other places that still play a big role in the music industry. So the blog influence is like still alive because a lot of these people are like decision makers and like they're part of, you know, just the music culture now. So the blog, as maybe we know it, is dead, but like that blog kind of era spirit is still there for sure.
Oh hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? One can say Benzino, but Benzino's a bad example. We don't gotta talk about Benzino this week. But he definitely was one of the OGs of that. You know what I'm saying? I guess he's still famous though. He's still famous. He
definitely gives people something to talk about every now and then. You
know what I'm saying? But man, that's crazy. And then how did that catapult, like, because I'm asking questions I kind of basically know the answers to, but when it comes to like that, for the people who don't know, how did that establish itself to become like, oh shit, like, he's a good writer here. Like, do you want to write for us over here? Like, you know, because some people might think is like, oh, if it's similar to like if you're playing a sport or something, you're on one team, but you're in a position where it's basically almost damn near freelance. Like you can work for multiple different websites, and that's what you've done.
Right.
How did that even happen? Like, what was the first like experience with that? Like, you started at Two Dope Boys, and now you're working over here now.
Yeah, I mean, so through my time with Two Dope Boys, it was still like an unpaid like internship type thing, just because of how everything was set up. Like I was still in school, and like there'd be times where like I'll be there for like 2 weeks, and there'd be times where I'm not there for 2 weeks.
Yeah, not too consistent.
Yeah. So you know, and then they just gave me opportunities to write, and you know, Meg and Shake were dope ass mentors, and you know, helped me improve my writing. But at the end of it, I was just like, you know, by the time I'm done with school, I'm gonna need a like a real journalism job. And I ran into Caitlin White, who is pop critic at Uproxx. Shout out to her. She really blessed me. But we met during a trip in Atlanta, and she was like, we need a hip-hop R&B writer. And I was like, I am that. So she was like, I'm going to plug you in. And I want to say a month and a half, like I pretty much was locked in for the job, which is dope. But then even after that, thankfully to Uproxx, the position I have with Uproxx now, like I'm still able to write for other companies if I want. And you know, truthfully speaking, the way journalism is it's not the most profitable, you know, position to have. So you kind of got to do what you got to do to make a living, and you know, make sure that you know making money and you know staying alive. So since I'm able to write for other people, I've definitely taken that opportunity. You know, a couple pieces on Pitchfork, I had a big year-end piece on a Revolt, and then now I'm doing a lot of work with BET. Shout out Ty Cole. He was the one that approached me and you know, thankfully thought of me as someone fitting for the position. So
and that's fresh, new. That's new, right? That's like a couple weeks.
Yeah, I started that at the end of last month. So yeah, we just a couple weeks into that.
Wow.
So that's but yeah, I'm always down to write for other people. I think at the end of the day, for me, I'd rather be known as just a good writer, right?
Yeah.
That no matter where I go, like I'm gonna get the job done. I'm gonna do good commentary on a topic, more so than being attached to a brand. Like I just would rather just be my own brand and just, you know, at the end of the day, you know, when that time and when I'm afforded to be able to do that, just move by myself, and everyone just knows me for me and knows that I'm gonna do that. Because there's plenty of writers that like that, and I really admire that. So that's kind of my goal.
Yeah, I mean, Elliot Wilson had like a big piece recently at GQ, you know, and he's like basically the OG of journalist and a lot of shit. He's just the OG in general. But no, you're right, and I think it's very telling. Like people, when you think about this idea of being a journalist and everything, like I appreciate it more because I'm really tapped in, and I see like literally a good example is like the reactions from the actual artists. Like there'll be artists that will just seek a proper good article piece and like they'll appreciate it heavily, and it doesn't have to be like a viral piece, or it doesn't have to be like viewed by millions or even thousands of people.
Right.
It could be a couple hundred people, but that one artist saw it and like they appreciated it, and I feel like that solidifies that whole even creation. Like this is why this happened, you know, especially when it reaches back the actual artist that you're writing about, and they fuck with it, and like eventually, who knows, you can build that repertoire relationship. You know, not necessarily the end goal, but it can happen, and I'm pretty sure, you know, in your case, that's also another good question to piggyback. What has been like the biggest like moment like in your career so far? Maybe someone that you've met that you didn't expect to meet, or someone that you would listen to their music all the time, then you wrote an article about them and then they hit you up about that article. What was that moment?
I'd say the biggest moment was
There's been so many.
I'm trying to.
You can't think of one because there's been so many. It's a humble brag right here.
Life flex.
All of this stuff.
Yo,
I'll give.
you gotta ponder.
I'll give a couple. One is more general. One is specific.
Yeah.
The general one is anytime I talk to an artist more than once and they remember the last conversation, because sometimes I'll give an example like this singer from Philly, Pink Sweats.
Yeah, Pink Sweats. Shout out to Pink Sweats,
I've-
R&B artist.
Yeah, I've talked to him twice, but you know, on our last conversation, like he was like, oh, like I remember your name, like I remember like our last conversation, I enjoyed it, so like I'm looking forward to this one. You know, that stuff is like
Feels good.
yeah, because you know it's like all right, like I'm doing
Your
I'm doing a good job.
validation. Yeah. Nice.
So it's stuff like that. And then another moment was it's more of a Twitter moment, but just on some I wouldn't call it dumb shit, but I forgot there was like a Twitter campaign for like manifestation, and I seen everybody go doing their own thing, and I was like, oh, like that's cool. Like I know what I was like manifesting, but I was like I'll keep it myself. And then like later on in the day, I was like, nah, fuck it. Like I'll just put my own shit out there. And like my thing was to interview Black and Neo, because Neo is like my favorite all time singer, and then Black is my favorite singer of like this generation.
This generation, yeah.
Yeah, so like I tagged them, and I didn't think anything of it. Like I tagged them, and I went about my day, and then like I think the first one was from Neo, and I was like, he like responded. He was like, yeah, we could do it. I was like, this ain't real. This is bullshit, bro.
I even know Neo had Twitter. That's
I was
crazy.
I was like, these niggas are playing.
Yeah.
So that was dope to see. And then Black, I think, replied later that night or early the next morning, like we could set it up, like whenever you're ready, type shit. And I
Like be on top of this stuff, bro.
Yeah,
Like he be on top. Like
I mean, if he probably saw Neo respond, he was like, if Neo respond, I gotta respond.
yeah,
Like, I'm gonna look crazy.
Yeah, so either way, but like to have, you know, two people that I enjoy their music so much, I pay so much attention to it.
And both those interviews happened, right?
Not yet.
Which one not yet? Neither?
Neither yet.
But it's in the works.
It's in the works.
Yeah. Gotta manifest it. Put it out in the world. It's gonna happen.
Yeah,
you got proof of it.
got you.
Them, yeah.
I'm gonna have to DM Black Billy. Listen, you gotta do that.
Yeah,
bro. Whatever help, I'll take it for sure.
I got you, bro. I'll DM him right now.
I don't want
Damn, bro.
Marloon's flex.
You not even gonna wait till the show.
I need a flex too.
I
I talk with my boy.
He's aggressive. He's aggressive. He's aggressive.
Shout
Shout out to Black.
Tell him when that album ready, he gotta.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing, but he better get to it because Jesus Christ, man. He dropped that EP. It was smooth, but we need an album. 6 lakh, motherfucker. Damn, get to it, bro.
He's really talking. He's really talking.
I'm not lying.
Oh, yeah, we know. You know.
I know you're not capping.
We know, bro.
Okay.
Damn, flex over there.
But yeah, those are two moments I say.
Nah, but that's dope as fuck, man. And like I said, man, it validates that what you're doing is, you know, you're serving right, and you're happy also. Like you're doing something that's dope to you.
Absolutely.
You appreciate it. It's your dream. Or what is your dream? Where do you see yourself in a couple years when it comes to this? Where's Wongo in 5 years?
In 5 years, damn, that's changed a lot in like the last few months, because there's just some things that you hit like a new level of like consistency and comfort.
Yeah.
Where it's like, cause I'm someone that like I want to hit a new level, and as soon as like I conquer that level, like I want to go up. Like I don't really like staying put, but I think I'm at a point where like I'm okay with staying put, and like I can just, instead of trying to grow upward, like I can just grow outward type thing. But I think in the next 5 years, like I definitely want to grow as more of a voice for the culture, and be someone that people look prefer to commentary and Drew like real, like you said, not gimmicky, not, you know, sensational, but just real like commentary on things that are happening in music. I think I definitely want to grow more towards hip hop. I think I'm heavy R&B now.
Yeah, you are definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's I love R&B, so I have no problem with that. But I also love hip hop, and I get my little hip hop things, you know, in here and there. But I don't want to be typecasted as just R&B and like have people forget that like I can't
do other genres.
I could do hip hop. I could do you know, other genres as well. So getting back into that, and yeah, I think those are two of the major things for me.
No, that's dope. That's dope as hell. And I think you've discussed, well, you had it. You had like your own thing right in the past, but I feel like we've discussed the idea of maybe you even bringing that back. Do you even see that as a possibility? I mean, you have so many things you're juggling right now where you could maybe do it, but I could see where it could be something that's like, it's just gonna add more work to your fucking pile.
Nah, you know what's crazy is I have an idea, and off camera I'll tell you. But,
okay.
I literally had the first meeting like for this project like a few hours ago. So like,
it was fresh.
Yeah. So like,
fresh off the press.
It's something that's been sitting on my mind for a while because like realistically speaking, I don't know how much longer like I'm gonna be living improv, but before I leave, like I want to do something for the city.
Something impactful.
Yeah. So this project is, you know, I don't want to call it like a farewell to improv type thing because I don't think it's that. And I don't know when I'm leaving. Like I could finish it and then I stay here for like another 5 years, and it's like,
yeah,
like I thought you was leaving. So
yeah,
so I don't know what it is. I don't know what like to describe it as, but there's definitely something in the works, and hopefully in the next few months
you get it going.
People see it rolling out. Yeah, but
it's
gonna be a month-to-month thing, and I don't know how long it'll last. I'm considering it more of a project more so than like a new endeavor type thing. So it's not gonna be like a forever thing, but
okay. So you're doing something. Okay,
for sure.
I like that. You know, I'm here to help if you ever need any of my help and promote it, whatever. You know, I'm here.
For sure.
And yeah, I'm excited for that because I think it's definitely something that, regardless, you got to leave your DNA somewhere because yes, you are attaching yourself with different brands and everything, but you know, you being your own entity is gonna be, you know, the real legacy at the end of the day, and it just embodies ownership and shit because at the end of the day, you're working for these people, but you know, you really don't have a say or whatever. You're basically, what's that word? People like you're dispensable or dispensable. Basically, that's the word, right?
Yeah. Absolutely. I think that's something that I remember every day. I don't like, no matter how well things are going, like I know that it could be a second where it's just like, you know what, bro, like we don't need you no more. You know, it's not might not come off as harsh as that is, but like my first like year at Uproxx, like I sat at home, everyone's cooped up because of the pandemic, and I watched my friends, people I networked and connected with, I watched them get laid off. Whew. They had to, you know, figure it out and pick up and go somewhere else. So that happening within like the first few months of like me getting to this new job was like a reminder, like, okay, like things can be going amazing, but like don't get too comfortable, like always. That's why I have like these things on the side, because it's like if I do fall off, like the fall's not gonna be hard. You got other shit to grab onto that you're still a part of. Exactly.
No, I think that's beautiful. That's beautiful to see, and the fact that you've done it, you know, you've had, yes, you know, a co-sign or so, whatever, but you've done it on your own. Like you have really done this shit on your own, and like the work just speaks for itself. Like you're a really great writer.
Thank
the
you.
talent's there. You read something and you can see like, oh, this is why he has all these opportunities, and like this is why he has, because people, small things, they'll be like, oh, he's verified? Why is he verified? What the? He's a blue check guy? Read his fucking pieces, motherfucker. This shit is good. This is why it's not just some bullshit. Like it's like, oh, just for the look. It just stands true in his work, you know. So his work speaks for himself, and anyone that you can say that sentence about, oh, their work speaks for themselves, needs to be supported. So this is one of the men right here that needs to be supported, especially out of fucking Providence, Rhode Island.
Yes, sir. And I'm definitely taking that clip once we layer it. That clip for sure.
Listen, I got plenty of clips today, bro. We're just getting started. Now let's get into oh wait, this is a good question actually. Before we actually, two quick questions. First, one artist you want to interview that you haven't yet? Aside from those two that you've mentioned, the Black and the Neo, do you see anyone else, like, it could be even dead or alive, that you would have, that's a better question, actually, like your dream interview?
I think my dream interview easy is Kendrick.
Really?
Outside of the two people that, that we talk, those Neo and Black are also my dream interviews, but Kendrick absolutely is a dream interview.
And he doesn't do much, so of course.
Yeah, if I ever was like afforded the opportunity, that'd be so crazy.
That's
but
fine.
I would love to.
That's crazy. My dream interview is Drake. Because I have questions throughout the years. I just write in my notes, like, for when that day were to happen. Because it's like, I feel like no one's asking him the right question. No one's writing him.
That's crazy. You got a book, but that's also mad smart too.
Yeah, because no one's asking the right questions, bro. And it's like, are you guys really fans?
That's
like,
true. Sometimes, what do we really know about Drake, bro?
What do we know about Kendrick?
We don't know much.
Yeah,
but Kendrick's always been like.
But sometimes questions are off limits. Like before you do.
Yeah.
They'll be like, don't
like
ask
that
about
team
this.
says,
don't ask about this. Yeah, that's happened to me.
Especially artists of that caliber.
Oh yeah.
Because if it's happening at a lower scale artist, imagine like the bigger scale.
Yeah, it happens at all because like at the end of the day, like they're trying to market this artist this way. So like sometimes they won't want you. Like there was an artist I interviewed that like had mad time as a songwriter before, and like before I went in, there was like, we don't want you to talk about the songwriter because they were so focused on just
the artist
now and like what the stuff they were doing. So they was just like, don't do that, you know. As a journalist, sometimes it's like, all right, you know what, I'll respect it, like because I have enough stuff for this and I can still make a story. But sometimes it's like
that takes a lot.
Yeah, it takes a lot away, and it's just like either you're like, we're not doing this interview if I can't ask it, or you just say fuck it and ask it. And see what happens.
Yeah. As of now, it hasn't happened with me, thankfully. I don't think so. I mean, there's been interviews taken down and shit, so maybe it did happen without, you know what I'm saying, without me realizing, like, afterwards. They were like, oh, we didn't like that, so they just, instead of talking, they'll be like, let me take this down. I'm a label, and I control this.
Oh, you guys do videos, so they just probably throw a DMCA, right?
That shit happens all the time as well. Yeah, so, but, moving on to the main topics of the week when it comes to the actual occurrences of the culture right now, currently. Breaking news as of today, Freddie Gibbs got fucked up again. Well, I guess allegedly again.
Allegedly.
Because the first one wasn't necessarily confirmed.
Put the picture up.
I don't think this one is either. He's got like the bruises on his face.
The first one you're talking about, like the restaurant shit.
The restaurant shit with Jim Jones, right?
But he doesn't seem like he got.
And I'm gonna say, obviously, allegedly, I want to protect our parties involved, especially Jim. That's all allegedly. But there was stories of that online, right? And they're like, oh, but there was never any footage of anything.
Right.
But now this time around, well, first of all, I saw this tweet first. Let me actually pull up this tweet that I saw first online. And it was a tweet. It said, some guy, I just saw Freddie Gibbs get beat up and his chain took while I was eating in Buffalo, New York. And he added academics, world star, Freddie, etc. And then he posted a photo below, right? But then I thought, let me ignore this. Is probably clout chasing. Like, this guy
it
just
reads very clout chasing.
Yeah, it's like, what is going on, right? But then some evidence that can back this up here has been the photographer of this night of events where Freddie Gibbs actually performed in this Buffalo, the same city where he allegedly was beaten up afterwards. And you see the photos, and this man is definitely bruised up.
Yeah.
Like, man. And like the fact that he's performing with the I guess we call it the shiesty, the Pooh Shiesty on, the Pooh Shiesty mask afterwards.
Whatever.
Could be allergies too. Allergies.
Could be allergy season. It's allergy season. There's a lot of pollen in my car this morning.
Pollen been bugging out.
Pollen been going crazy. Pollen might drop down with the year. Man. Pollen's going nuts.
My boy can't go outside then.
You're not making like that.
That pollen kicking his ass.
Yeah, yo, fuck. And this is crazy to me because it's like, man.
He look better there. He look a little bit better there.
You can still tell.
You can tell.
You
can
take that's after taking that.
Especially in the eyeball.
Yeah.
And we have a clip that we did, a YouTube video where we discussed and broke down. A lot of people didn't know the current beef happening with Benny the Butcher and Freddie Gibbs, and it got a good amount of attention online. Because nobody's really talked about it. It was just on Twitter. But if you analyze it, you see like there's obviously an apparent situation between both of them, right? And just connecting the dots, I'm going to say allegedly because I don't want to, either get any death threats or be put in jail. But these guys have been in this beef. And obviously you come to my city, shit might happen, right? Like if you got a situation, it's like Chief Keef. I'm going to go and blow New Jersey up. I think it was a while before he did a show in New Jersey. Or I think he even did one. It was a mess. It's like, it's just you put this energy out towards this city and these people from here. You know, even if the artist or whoever runs that said situation, they don't got to make a call. It can just happen off the strength of fanism, off the strength of clout chasing. They see you and they want to take advantage. And this might have been the situation here with Freddie Gibbs where he got fucking punched and God forbid is worse because he did cover a lot of his face with the ski mask, right? And he had the show that same night. So it's like he probably was out and about the morning of doing his thing. But as of now, it might be later. Something might have broken or whatever with breaking news with Benny. He hasn't tweeted shit. He hasn't said shit, obviously. So I don't want to connect no dots when it's like not happening legally. But it sucks. We spoke about this before. It's like, why does it have to get to this fucking level where these guys have this situation due to a difference of opinion? Mm-hmm. There's no murder beef behind it. There's no parties being killed behind it. There's no women being involved. It's just rapper ego versus rapper ego.
Pretty much.
And they were supposed to collab, literally have an album together. Didn't happen. Why? Because of the egos clashing, right? And because of Freddie tweeting about it, he was like, "Oh, you want a whole album with me, pussy, blah, blah. You were begging me for features." So it's like you put that energy out, it's probably most likely will never happen now, right? But we want it to happen. We want this to reconcile because what is this? Like this guy, he has some balls though for still performing, but at the same time, you still got to get the bag, right? Like he could have just left, but he'll look like a bitch. Like, yo, he got beat up in the city and he canceled his show.
He gonna get respect for that.
Yeah.
Come on. Like,
he performed, bro.
His fans will love him more.
And I heard he killed it. It was a good-ass performance. Like, people were posting clips from the performance. They didn't even know, like, because he had the ski mask, so they just... But then the photos came out the night or the morning after, and they're like, oh, shit. Right. But if you were there at the show, you couldn't really tell. You know, he had the ski mask. He was doing his thing in the low. He had the black hoodie. The lights were dim. But, bro, it's like, damn, this shit's really reached this point that... Like, that's sad, bro. These motherfuckers is getting...
I mean, something definitely happened, like, behind the scenes, because it goes back to Freddie throwing shots about Benny getting shot in the leg.
Yeah.
Like, at the end of 2021 type thing. So
we said
if this is connected to, like, Freddie and Benny.
And Benny.
Right. That's kind of where it goes back. So I don't know what happened behind the scenes, but it definitely goes back to that. And I don't know. It's definitely an ego thing because they was doing some dope shit together. And
bro, the song they got together is hard.
Yeah, was it Scotty Beam?
I think it might be.
It's not Scotty
No, Scotty Beam's off the
Beam.
project. No.
It's on the same project, but it's a different song.
Yeah. I know it's hard. I know they have a dope video. They have another one, but I think that one doesn't have a video. But they have.
I forget the titles, but yeah.
But like, think about it. Like, they're not. Obviously, they have different sounds, but I feel like they're the same. Like, pockets and shit. Like, they could work perfectly.
Yeah.
In a collab project.
Yeah,
like we would like, it's like, what's going on here? Like, why wouldn't? But then we got this fucking egos, and you want to live up to this fucking, I don't know. Like, I guess I live my raps. Like, I live my raps out in real life. Like I said, I was gonna check you, and my boys checked you, whatever, allegedly, right? But I think it's just corny. I think it's very corny. I don't think you don't get no cool points with that. God forbid Freddie would have died. Because we already had the situation in Buffalo, which we're going to discuss, happened the same fucking weekend, a fucking mass shooting. Literally, a mass shooting is also targeting black people, and then we got Freddie Gibbs being beat. It's like it's like someone's got to read the room, but it's like at the same time, I guess, his show happened, and they were like, he's here, so we're going to take advantage or whatever. He's in town. Let's fuck him up. That shit's just whack, though. It's whack. I really don't see it as, like, kudos to Benny at all if he was involved, right? Yeah. God forbid. Bro, I feel like, though, obviously we're speculation, whatever, but, like, they're so petty, he might drop a song next week or something, Benny, like, talking about it or some shit. You know? That'll be like, shit, like, oof.
Or Freddie, too.
Or Freddie. Like, oh, blah, blah, blah. Because Freddie posted, I didn't pull it up, but Freddie also posted, there was, like, a text between him and someone. And he was like, you motherfuckers didn't.
About the chain,
the chain. He was like, you fucked up my chain.
That's all you motherfuckers took or something.
But so I think they took it. Yeah.
He posted something?
Yeah, he posted, it was,
something about like
I seen the screenshot, but I don't know if he was the one that posted
that one chain or some shit like that.
Yeah, the pendant. It was the pendant. And I guess.
Bunny rabbit pendant.
Yeah, so I guess he was just showing, like, you just ripped the chain off, but I still got the pendant, I guess. It looked a bit broken. I don't know, bro. It's, again, ego. Jewelry and shit. It's like, oh, they also tried to snatch his chain. It's like.
That's more of like
a trophy for them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's what it is now.
Yeah, we got his chain.
Yeah, that's like the thing now. Like, just chain snatching.
Yeah, a
It's
rapper's
like,
chain.
I got this rap.
And it
I mean,
seems like
it's been
he,
like that for a minute though.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's like you said, a trophy. Like
since like the
right.
G-Unit era and shit. They've been snatching
Yeah, that
chains.
goes- that goes
They've
way
been
back
taking
then,
chains.
yeah.
Remember that video, Dame Dash? It always goes viral. He walks into like a jewelry store and there's like a Rockefeller chain. He's like, "How you get this chain?" And he's like, "Where'd you get this from?" Blah blah blah. Like chains has always been like a thing, and like people taking each other's chains. So that's Benny's now. I mean, not Benny. Freddie's logo now, like the bunny shit. And like he's rolling that out, so he has that chain. But again, I think it's just whack. You know, leave that man's chain alone. He paid expensive, a good amount of money for that that jewelry.
With the chain though, I saw T-Pain, right?
You got two chains on.
Yeah, I got 2 chains, yo.
He's titty boy.
Don't snatch my shit, yo.
I got my
It
shit
ain't
tucked.
it ain't like Freddie shit, man. It ain't.
That's why Edwin wears a choker.
Yeah.
You can't get your fingers in there.
You could choke it. You could snap that shit faster. I ain't gonna lie.
But nah, I saw T-Pain. He was streaming on Twitch, and one of the like comments was like talking about his jewelry and stuff, and he was saying like, yeah, I got expensive jewelry, this and that. But when he used to step out in public, he would wear like fake jewelry that looked exactly like what he had on, just in case he ever did get like robbed and stuff. He's not gonna lose like his real valuable stuff. So I was thinking, I'm like, that's actually kind of smart. Like, unless somebody goes and tests you.
Yeah, someone pull a diamond tester out on you.
It's
not
but
good.
like, shit, if you out in public though, I'm
Gotta
not
hit the
gonna wear a
dash.
$500,000 thing with a group of people around. Fucking
No, that's true.
That's
And
tough.
T-Pain had a lot of crazy chains. Like he
Yeah.
had the Nappy Boy radio chain that was insane, huge. He has a lot of classic chains. But yeah, man, I just think it's whack. You know,
It sucks.
that shit's just whack. Like the fact that that's even happening is like, what the fuck? I had a thought about it, but it fucking left when you mentioned T-Pain. But yeah, we'll just move on because something came to mind, but I don't know why I just forgot about it. But yeah, that's just whack. Comment down below if you think it's whack. Oh, this was what someone tweeted. It was like, and it kind of went kind of viral. Like it got a good amount of attention. Where it's like, I guess it's kind of funny. God bless Freddie, but it's like, oh, I can't listen to Freddie's music no more now because I can't believe him. Like he's always getting beat up and it's just like, you guys, come on now, because like the reputation's that because the
how
Jim
many
Jones.
rappers be lying though?
That's
Yeah.
my
Like,
thing. Is
you're not gonna be able to listen to anybody if you like basing it off true shit.
and also it's like anyone could get got. Like anyone could
Yeah,
get
that's it.
If
jumped.
he's alone and stuff, yeah, get
Yeah,
jumped.
bro, you could be the toughest, quote unquote, toughest guy in the room. That one day you might not have, quote unquote, the strap, whatever on you, and then they got it. You're done. Like it's like you can't, go against God's timing. Let's thank God that he's alive though.
Yeah.
That's why I don't want to. I thought it was like worse, like Shy, etc. He got beat up.
No.
Keep it pushing. He'll be fine. God willing. Freddie, hold your head, man. I doubt he's like holding this. He's not pouting or
Yeah,
nothing.
him
He's
no.
very He's Freddie Gibbs. He got this. Moving on though, let's get a bit more celebratory. The Celtics NBA playoff update of the week. The Celtics won Game 7 last night. Crazy moment. We'll talk about that game first. So the game, it's Game 7. What more else is there to say? It's what they say, a win or go home, or win or
Win or go
bust,
home, yeah.
but whatever the phrase is.
Sent them bucks home, bro.
And New England, Boston, we represented, and they fucking did their thing. And I was low key, not necessarily shocked because coming into the playoffs, you got the major injury on the Bucks side with Middleton being down, right? So I already in my head I'm like, these guys ain't making it far.
Yeah.
Like they can't, but they were fucking balling out still. Giannis was fucking Giannis. Like he's gonna do
Yeah.
his thing, right? He doesn't need his sidekick, whatever you want to call him, his number 2 guy. He's always gonna be number 1, so he's going crazy. But then there's a man by the name of Jason Tatum that exists and is alive. You know what I'm saying? He had that game where he fucked up. It was 4 out of 19 shots. It was a horrible game, right? It's like, what the fuck had me like, all right, these guys, he's not consistent. This is not happening. What the fuck? And he turned up. And last night was amazing to see. They fucking balled out to the point that I really have them going
to the chip.
Like, I feel like they're going to beat Miami.
Oh, yeah. 4-1, 4-2.
Yeah.
What you got?
4-1 or 4-2.
4-1 or 4-2?
4-1 is like irrational confidence. Like,
You're
fuck
thinking
these
that.
niggas.
Damn.
quick?
4-2 is like more reasonable. Like,
Who do you think wins game 1 tomorrow of this series?
I'm not gonna lie. It depends because
It's in Miami, right?
yes, Miami's at
The
home.
first-
Miami's been resting. Like we just coming off like
Yeah, that is true.
Game 7 going hard. So like I wouldn't be surprised if we let Game 1 slip like on some just like we didn't get a they got fresh legs and we not. But
yeah,
it could also be where they are like too lax and like we just in a rhythm and we just come punch them out game one. Because if we could steal game one at home at their house,
that'd be huge. Yeah,
and then we got home court advantage right back.
For sure.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna be tuned in like crazy. That's gonna be. I'm so excited for that shit.
But
I'm surprised you haven't gotten like no fucking random messages from like Bleach Report, ESPN, or something like to write to. Like I feel like you could do some good sports writing with that.
Sports writing is like I respect it, but like I've seen like how it is, and I'm like, this is some shit. Like I don't like.
You gotta know like
you gotta. It's like
that's true.
You gotta know what the fuck you're talking about.
Study it for years.
Yeah, and
you be going hard with the Celtics. You be going hard. Like you basically
the team gotta support.
Bro, he's basically like you would think like he's like part of like the whole thing.
I've been like they've been like, yo, if you ever want to like write some sports shit, like let me know. And I'm like, when I feel like it, like or when I feel like I'm ready for it, I'll do it. But I'm comfortable just tweeting.
If they win the championship, you got to.
Bro, if they win the championship, I'll be drunk as fuck in Boston. Like worse than Brady. I'll see how Brady was after that.
Oh no, throwing the fucking trophy around, going crazy.
I'm gonna be acting a fool in Boston for sure. Whole day off.
I'm gonna go to that parade and that marathon. You know, sure. I got to because it's been a while since I feel like this energy with Boston's been happening, and I love it. I love to see them winning, especially because my guy's down. Fucking Braun been out. He didn't even fucking. Let's not talk about it. I got depressed. You know, and my pick for the finals was gonna be. I really had the Suns going, but what the fuck happened last night? They got their ass eaten. Like Luka went crazy on them. Bro, Luka like
it's the same shit with the Suns, or like it's the same shit with the Suns.
Oh
the same
my
shit with
God.
CP3.
If you look at CP3 and Game 7s, he's 0-6. So coming into the game, people was gonna be like, already felt like they was gonna lose and shit. Lo and behold, they got smacked by the first quarter.
Damn, the point guard, Chris Paul. Listen, I love Chris Paul though. I'm not gonna lie. Like I see like this whole banter going on with Patrick Beverly today. He was going crazy on ESPN. I thought he was just gonna get up, but then I watched First Take. He's on First Take. I'm like, they must have paid him a bag or something. Like he's just taking over the channel the whole day. I'm like, God damn.
Back tomorrow too.
Oh man,
he might start getting
a new
into
segment.
the analyst back because JJ Redick did it, and now he's like established.
JJ's good though.
JJ's good.
JJ's sophisticated.
Imagine full hater.
He's disrespectful, like bro.
JJ and Pat might be the next like Shannon Sharp and things.
Oh, if they get the two of them.
That'd be crazy.
He's still playing though. He ain't retired yet. Though.
That's the thing, bro.
Yeah, that's it. They got away from him.
I guess it'll be the summer thing.
Off season only.
Cause he got no filter, and fucking.
We've been talking about it recently, where it's like Draymond Green said on his podcast, where it's like the new media,
yeah.
and it's because these players are really talking, especially while still playing. Like Draymond Green dropped a podcast episode last night, recapping both games, and like he's gonna face one of these guys potentially, right? So it's like some people have an opinion on it. It's like, why is Draymond Green? But he's like on some like new media. The players are out here doing their thing.
I'm indifferent on it because like that new media stuff sounds like, you know how like artists be like, oh, don't comment on shit if you don't make music.
Yeah,
that's what it sounds like.
That's what it is.
That's what a lot of players been saying. It's like, why y'all talking?
It's not. It don't really gotta be that. Like,
yeah,
you gonna have people that are on extreme like conservative or like progressive like opinion wise towards basketball. You have people in the middle.
Yeah,
it goes both ways, and the way media and like TV works is like they do want the clicks, they do want the views. So like the people that have just the most outlandish opinions on
Takes
either
side,
shit, they're gonna put them on just to get conversation going.
Yeah. It's true.
Yeah, but it's not to say like just because I played in the NBA like I know more.
I should be talking about it.
Yeah, like you shouldn't talk.
Because there's analysts. You really you're really analyzing the whole game and seeing everything.
Bro, Skip Bayless, bro. Yeah. Skip Bayless was around the Jordan era.
Yeah, exactly.
In the early 90s, late 80s, like, and he's still doing his thing. Like, there's people who their whole life is this. Like, they've been covering this sport longer than you've been alive.
Mm-hmm.
So just for you to say, like, oh, you didn't play basketball, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, it's inaccurate.
Yeah.
You know, but then it's a double-edged sword. I was gonna say, not to cut you off, but when it comes to, I was talking to someone about it, where it's like, in different sort of platforms or different forms of media, when it comes to, let's say, even hip hop, right? Where you have hip hop artists, obviously the most prominent Jim Jones. Jim Jones does Weather Report, but that doesn't count as really journalism. He talks about sports and like drip, right? But when it comes to Joe Budden, people be like, "Oh, but you're a rapper. You're not. Why are you talking?" But then he's trying to kind of do that, where it's becoming this, you know, person from. He compares himself in the past. He said it to like almost like inside the actor's studio, whereas like someone from that world, but then covering that world by stepping out of it. You know, being retired now, and obviously it's happened with sports. Like, who's the most prominent, like the most OG sports player that was a veteran turned commentator?
Probably like Charles Barkley.
Charles Barkley and like the NBA team, Shaq and them.
Smith,
And like they're like the best ones too, like the most entertaining ones. I fucking love them.
Sure.
You know, but it's like people, they feel that way, and then some people don't. I don't know. I feel like no matter what, no one's really gonna truly be satisfied. Like, that's the thing
make
too.
Everybody happy.
You can't make every. Oh, we know who said that this weekend. A lot of times, can't please everybody. You know, we'll talk about him soon. But yeah, man, I don't know. I didn't like Damian Lillard, Matt Barnes. A lot of people commented on Patrick Beverly said, and it's like, bro, you're being disrespectful. Like, one thing is having an opinion, but you're not speaking facts. Like, for you to say and kind of speak as if your word is law and speak for the whole league, what they say about Chris? What do you say, Chris Paul? Chris Paul's
a cone on defense.
He's a cone, and like he's guardable or something like, or he can't guard. Yeah, he can't guard nobody. He's like, people know this, Stephen A. Like, you wear a suit, so but us inside the league, we know that he. And it's like, whoa, who made you the
spokesperson?
Yeah, because just because you have bad blood yourself, like, bro, this is obviously personal.
Yeah, they got
something's going on. Obviously, we see it on the court, but who knows? Maybe behind the scenes, females, some shit might have happened, because that happens. Matt Barnes went through it with Derek Fisher. That happens, right? So it might be some shit female related. I don't know, because Patrick is like so disgruntled. Like, goddamn, bro. Like, you're aggressive off the court. I get it. I mean, on the court, I get it. But then to bring that to TV and it's like without facts, it's like, bro. Because come on, Chris Paul is one of the best. If Chris Paul would have died today, what is everyone gonna say tomorrow online?
Well, he's definitely one of the
top point guards.
They're probably gonna say number one. I mean, they're probably gonna say number one.
They hold Chris Paul in the beginning either way. He was supposed to play with Kobe, and then they vetoed that trade.
That was supposed to be big.
Like,
I think the thing with Chris Paul is like the way he played, like to close the series, like everyone held him accountable.
Yeah,
like, he didn't play well, but like it's not to take away like
his legacy is
what he's still one of like well over a decade. He was like hella efficient.
Yeah,
and, like, really, you know,
leading the league in assists and shit. He's fucking Chris Paul, the point guard, but they fucking sucked last night. Let's be honest. That shit was terrible, bro. That shit was sad to see. I really had them going to the finals.
They broke records. I think the most points, like the lead in the half the game. That shit's crazy. They were down by like 40 and a half. I don't know, bro.
It wasn't.
That shit was just insane.
Who do you have for the finals? The champ for the Celtics, obviously, and then
Celtics
on the West,
and Warriors. Honestly, the Celtics make it to the finals, and this is a successful ass season. I have plenty to brag about. We might just need like a piece or something, but I think making a run to the finals is going to be very marketable for, like, you know, free agents this year. Sure. Donovan Mitchell, come on down, bro.
Need a PG. We need a facilitator.
You know? That'd be crazy. That actually would go crazy.
Yeah, I think. I don't know. I don't know, because every team we play, like they're brought down a level just because our defense is so crazy, and
that D going hard.
Pause.
That D going hard this season. They're going crazy.
Yeah. But
you can't lie. You would thought they were playing football there.
Same thing with this guy's crazy. Same thing with the Heat's gonna happen. They're gonna get brought down a bit. So I'm curious to see, you know, if we make it.
Yeah.
You know, shit. If we play the Mavs, we get the Mavs out of here. That's a fact. 100%.
Yeah. We'll definitely.
So I'm rooting for the Mavs to be the Warriors, but if they don't.
Mark Cuban's gonna go crazy. Gonna get high. He's gonna sniff some more coke lines. He's gonna go crazy if the Mavs win. Bro, his bag's going higher.
The finals for sure.
Listen, man. All right, moving on. Let's discuss the biggest topic at the end. Marlon hates sports.
I was falling asleep, yo.
Yeah, Marlon doesn't.
Fuck.
Yeah,
he has to start walking out when you niggas start talking about
the sports.
He only watches golf from time to time. You know, on his
nasty.
Yeah.
That's nasty.
That's disgusting. Yeah.
Sleep on that. Yeah.
You don't believe that, bro? Come on.
I know I don't, but if that's the case, that's nasty.
If it's on camera, it's true.
I didn't be watching baseball and shit. Baseball, right? You don't watch no sports?
I don't like watching sports, bro. That shit's boring to me.
All sports?
I like playing them, not watching. Legit not watching.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just not entertaining to me.
Yeah, man. He's unique, bro. He's unique. Moving on, let's talk about very sad news that broke right when we left. YSL, Young Stoner Life, the record label, Young Thug, Gunna are in custody, being indicted on the RICO charges. From what I've read, I don't think it's still. It might have still not been escalated to like a federal. I think it's just still local.
Yeah, still state.
Local state RICO, but they're
Still
like
that
targeting
RICO,
them
huh?
like I forgot the lady's name, but the woman behind this is
DA.
the DA. She's really trying to make like a fucking example out of these
Example, yeah.
guys. Like it's really really crazy. Like my thing is also people, if they did a crime, they're gonna get charged, whatever. Yes, right. But when you look at the actual paperwork, even the mere fact like Gunna's chain and his lyrics for a music video are like something that brought them down. Why? Like, what does this have to do with anything? Like, this has never been the case. Like, especially if you're like a fan of them, like what's really going on. Like like YSL, that whole shit, Young Stoner Life, his first major song, I'm a stoner, I'm a stoner, I'm a stoner. That whole brand was the Young Stoner Life. They turned it to YSL as a record label. And Young Thug's almost like a Gucci man, to be honest, where he's like established these artists, whether they're signed to him, like a Gunna, Lil Keed, rest in peace, which we're going to talk about, or not signed to him, like Lil Baby. He put money in Lil Baby's hip pockets to like rap and shit, helped him rap. Like this guy is so fucking influential. And to just fucking have the power to, look at all this evidence and draw conclusions with this and that, and then lock them up, no bail, take them away from his kids. I think he has like damn near 7 kids, Young Thug. Like, he has a lot of kids, bro. Like, you're taking a father away from his family, and you're also removing someone that runs a major company. Gunna dropped arguably the best rap album this year, amongst the best rap albums this year, one of the most selling albums this year. We have a lot of up-and-coming artists beneath them. Shout out to T-Shine, which I interviewed, and also that album dropped. There's a lot of fucking balls rolling. And then this shit happens, and it's very unfortunate. And obviously, at first, you're going to see people with the jokes and shit. But I spoke about this actually with Vic Mucka the other day in the studio. And it's very sad, like, the idea of when people go through real shit, there's this demographic online, especially, I would say, a lot of just, like, white media and people who just don't know nothing about the culture. They think they do. They enjoy the music. They go crazy with the music. They turn up to the music, and it's like, oh. And then right when they get locked up, they also laugh about it and like, oh my God, like, and it's all these jokes about it, and it's like, damn. Even when we're down, you want to like, the ups are gonna be laughed at and everything. And even when we're down, it's like pure entertainment. Like, these people are they're not even humans. So a lot of these people, like, everyone's not humanizing them no more. Like, they're just entertainment. Even when they're locked up behind a cell, it's still entertainment. Why is that the case?
They just care about the consumption. That's it.
That's all they care about.
But I mean, even to the extent of like this, the whole like RICO case, like if going through like all like everyone and seeing what they charge with, like there are definitely like people in there that are like, if y'all did these crimes that they're accused of,
do the crime, do the time.
Yeah, you absolutely have to be locked up. And like there's stuff that they're saying with Thug that he was caught on wiretap, saying certain things and just kind of like calling shots on different things. And that, if you played a role in that, then you just have to do the time for that. But I also think with a lot of the ways and from stuff I've been reading and just what I've been seeing is that a lot of this the way a RICO like case is conducted is that they really just get as much people involved, just kind of hoping that,
as much information as possible.
Yeah, get as much information out of, one person to, to kind of help bring someone else down.
Yeah.
So, depending on how everyone involved approaches it, maybe they do get evidence and that they're able to use against someone else. Or, if not, then it comes to a thing of like when you're in court, is what you have enough? Like, I would like to hope that, lyrics aren't enough to be able to use against some people, because it's just like, just because you say it on a song, we don't really know that it happened. Now, if you said something so specific and then you did something, then that's just kind of your fault. Like, why would you do that?
Right.
Kind of thing. But, I guess my gripe with it is white artists that will say like hella flagrant things it's not viewed the same way. And I guess at the end of the day, like, you probably shouldn't be saying like hella violent things like in music.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like caught a body about a week ago, but then you literally caught a body about a week ago.
If
it's
especially
like,
when you're
damn.
connected to it, it's like you probably like shouldn't do that. I don't think, especially, and you also know like the landscape that we're in now, and I guess this is more so towards new artists or even artists making newer music today. Is like there is nothing in the law that says that lyrics can't be used against you.
Yeah,
like it may not be evidence, but it's gonna be used to like convince a grand jury that you probably did this thing because you just talk like this and you just do that. So it's probably like you probably shouldn't do that, but it's definitely frustrating that it's not used, I guess, in the same manner. But I really wouldn't even be able to think of like a white person that was put on trial for something and whether or not they had their music.
Yeah, because I mean, there's a lot of definitely crazy rock songs, like,
right?
Especially like the early on, like Metallica, like literally talking about like killing someone, etc. And I guess there was no crime around them, but was that even ever investigated? That's the case. We have Young Thug, where I guess it was like a 10-year-long investigation. They're saying
2015, I think.
2015.
2015, yeah.
I don't know if it goes back to them, but they definitely pieced crimes that happened then. I don't know when this started. I would like to think that they weren't just letting murders happen and kind of waited till the 50th one to be like, okay,
we got them now.
Yeah. Like I would hope around like 1 or 2 that they was like, we should probably arrest these people.
Because it can be like crazy. Like it can be a situation where like, yes, your favorite artist is a murderer. It can be that, right? That can be the case, right? But I definitely want to see things play out more fully, because I just feel by default right away like sad. I felt sad about it right when it broke, and
the stuff they found in his crib doesn't help either.
Yeah,
that's what I was gonna say. Like, ain't no way you're ahead of this label. You're like the top guy, and the stuff is gonna be in the main crib where you live. Like, bro. That shit should be something else.
I didn't see that.
It was like a sawed-off rifle.
Sawed-off rifle was the main thing I saw.
A lot of guns, drugs.
Which is already illegal. You can't have a sawed-off.
Yeah,
you can't have a sawed-off anything.
Yeah.
There was a couple sawed-off things. It was like another gun, drugs.
Why do people saw them off again? For like the impact to be stronger, close range?
I have no
idea. I think with a shotgun, it like spreads it out more.
Like bangs it out like that, right?
But whatever they found, they hit him with 7 more felonies.
Yeah, so. It's looking real slow for them.
Yeah, man.
Paperwork looks like.
I pray and hope that hopefully, I don't know. Hopefully, it's not as bad as
that
it can be.
Is one of the top stuff.
Yeah, no, 100%. But I do feel like there's a thing where it comes to hip hop police where they can, sprinkle some shit in here, because if they just have some fucking motive, they're gonna fucking accomplish that motive. Like the DA was like, we're getting these criminals out of the city, like, on some straight up, like, you would have thought was like, damn, are these guys like the Joker and like the Penguin? Like, what's really going on? Are these guys like really bad humans? Like, what's going on? I thought we just, what I'm saying? They're maybe in the past, but I thought they put it behind them. So I don't know. It's sad, but I also have said in the past where that op rap, all that bullshit, that shit eventually needs to fucking go, because of, especially New York, I felt like. But that's the thing. I would have thought something like this would have happened more recently with the New York situation, and the drill rap happened in New York. But look at where it happened, like out of nowhere in Atlanta with Young Thug and them. Is like, damn, I didn't expect that. I feel like a lot of people really didn't expect it. It was all out of nowhere. And he just had I think his baby mother passed away. She was murdered in Atlanta like about 2 months ago. That's why Young Thug was like off social media for like a month. Then he came back and he's like, yo, I'm working on music. I think he dropped like a potential cover art where he's like full of blood.
Yeah, I think it was supposed to be
Slime language, Slime season 4. So people were like, oh shit, it's gonna be crazy. We're gearing up for that, and then this shit happens, So comment down below, how do you guys feel about the situation? It's very, very, very wild. But also, rest in peace, Lil Keed. Lil Keed is deceased. Unfortunately, there's no actual cause of death nowhere. I don't think even any articles really. It was just people online saying liver,
like it's not
drugs,
really
suicide.
concrete,
We don't fucking know. Let the autopsy happen. Let that roll out itself. His brother, also label mate, Little Got It from YSL, also rapper, obviously. And I forgot they were even brothers. People were talking about that shit like they're brothers. And I'm like, damn, that's crazy. That is true. and he was talking about on the live where it's like he's saying like he was basically there or like leading up to his death or like on the way to the hospital. He saw his brother die, and it was so sad, man. And the fact that he's not obviously of a Drake status or like a major prominent artist, but regardless, that doesn't fucking matter. It's a death, but it's also someone that I would listen to, and you know, mutual friends like I know you would listen to. Michael would listen to it. Swifty would play Lil Keed, go crazy. Lil Keed. My boy Zay met Lil Keed and like took photos with Lil Keed. I think Lil Keed even did like a Boston Got Soul a couple years ago. So it's like, it's so surreal. And he's young. He was young. I think he's 23. He was 23. No, 24. 24. My age. Literally my age. Yeah, 24.
He's a year older than me.
So it's like, damn, man. This guy, like, I hope and pray it's not like the worst, like suicide or like people are saying. I hope and pray it's nothing like that. He seemed very like happy and like off of drugs recently in recent interviews. He has children, like he's a father.
He's got a daughter.
Man, and it's like, fuck. And then now the whole team's locked up and then this guy passed away. Like, Little Goddard was like saying that Young Thug's going through it. Like he's going crazy in jail because of this. Like he's going really through it. Like he can't. He say, yo, you fucked up Thug, big bruh, or little bruh, you fucked up your Thug, man. Your death fucked him up. So it's like, man,
I can imagine.
I can only imagine, bro. You're in jail and you got that call. Yo, Keith passed away.
Tough.
Can't do nothing. Just think about it.
Can't do shit.
That's crazy.
You can't even go to the funeral now because it doesn't seem like they're really gonna get out of there. You know.
Yeah, no, they're not.
It's crazy. And then when that comes to that legal situation, like a lot of times, you know, jokefully, but also seriously, because he does do it. You know, it's almost like a superhero that comes in and saves the day. Jay-Z helps a lot of people when it comes to similar situations in hip-hop. But I don't think that's going to happen here because of the Young Thug's opinion on Jay-Z throughout the years. He said a lot of shit, right? Obviously, I know I'm not, Jay-Z coming through save the day, but I'm like, that happens a lot where Jay tries to maybe either put the legal teams behind them or try to fund something if someone needs money, you know, which is a dope thing. But Thug, man, was so, like, himself and, like, didn't really have ties with people who kind of fuck everyone. So he's going to have to just deal with this shit himself.
Yeah,
I mean, it depends. I think first, like, we got to see, like,
if
what
it's
they
actually,
really got. What they really got against him, I think.
Because why would Jay help if it's, like, a murder, yeah.
Yeah, if it's shit like that, Jay gets his name and then it comes out, he actually...
But he doesn't want to be tied to it, yeah.
If it looks like they really, like, trying to, like, which, I mean, it's really hard to, like, if you look through that, like, how they just pieced everything together, like...
A lot of shit.
The car that was rented that was used to kill some dude was in Thug's name.
Yeah.
I think they got him calling, shots. It's
and like we did.
Sounds like a fucking episode of Top Boy, bro. That's
like
crazy.
There's some shit that they got, so it's like,
God damn.
You know.
Yeah, man. Prayers to everyone.
Sure.
A lot of fucking energy in that whole city right now. I would imagine, like,
Yeah, I love Atlanta.
man, Atlanta, man, going through it, man. It's
For sure.
it's a sign of the times, but I don't know. Hopefully, because everything has a purpose. Hopefully, something comes from this that's good. You know, who knows what the fuck that will be. You know, but rest in peace, Lil Keed. I've been playing Lil Keed all weekend. I'm gonna continue to play Lil Keed. Keed, talk to him. Fucking,
$1 Million Mansion.
my God, bro, that's crazy how that really happened. Moving on. Also, speaking of deaths, rest in peace to 10 fallen lives, innocent lives, in Buffalo, New York, at the supermarket. I believe it was called Tops Supermarket. Happened over the weekend. I thought people were trolling. When you look at the details and everything, this man, they want to say he's a kid. He's a man. He's 18 years old. I guess he's a teenager, but he's a grown man at the end of the day, right?
He's conscious of what the fuck he did.
Yeah, he knows what the fuck he did, right?
no,
Especially
yeah,
if you watch what the fuck
out of here.
he actually, set out to do. This, man, it's crazy. Because I saw that shit, I really got emotional. But my thing is, like, when's the last time something like this really happened? Obviously, mass shootings happen, but the simple concept, for those who don't even know, if this is breaking news to you, this gentleman literally live streamed the whole situation. So he was in the parking lot. He drove actually 3 hours away. He came from 3 hours away, Buffalo. He came to this location specifically targeting, I guess, minority like area.
He had a 180-page manifesto.
Yeah.
As to why he was gonna do this. He in there said that he searched up the nearest zip code like to him that had the most black people in it.
Specifically
and then
by population.
Yeah, it was virtually
Buffalo,
like
New York.
type shit, yeah.
And drove the 3 hours just to do that shit.
Bro, he went on live. He drove around the parking lot for like an hour. People were saying, and like trying to scope the area, and right away got to it. Like that shit. Like I saw clips because it was just popping up, especially fresh off. Because I think by now a lot of them been taken down. But I was like, no, this can't be real. Like, it looks like a video game. Because the angle's literally like when you play Call of Duty, like that type of angle. Yeah. And like the gun and everything. I'm like, no, what the fuck? This is obviously fake.
I haven't seen videos, thankfully.
Bro, that shit was crazy,
I don't want
man.
to because I won't be able to handle that.
This man started literally from outside. Like, he got out of his car. He parked outside. He didn't even park in a parking spot. He was just blocked, whatever. Hopped out his car, just started shooting at the first person he saw. And just kept going and went inside the store and just started killing people inside. Bro.
I know for a fact that Twitch ain't saying nothing about it yet.
Bro, yeah, they haven't said nothing.
Bro, at least since before, like
they talked about like them bringing down the video and stuff and like that. They don't condone shit like that.
Oh, they said something
like
basic type shit.
They did there was a message about it, like about
that.
the account and all that and the person and
yeah, but I do think there's more precaution needs to be taken, especially when it comes to Twitch and like if someone's live streaming,
they need
more monitors.
They need a team, exactly.
Because he was driving around showing the gun. He wasn't walking around with the gun for a long time. So if it just started right away, you would think like, okay,
yeah,
Twitch doesn't have no control.
So he was like whipping around.
Yeah,
like
he was riding around and he was showing the gun in the car,
the
passenger seat. Yeah, like damn near like a.
I didn't.
Damn near like it was like a.
AR.
Yeah, damn near like it was like a.
But that's the thing.
Puppy or some shit.
Like I think in the video you see probably like 20 people watching, if that. So there's not much word that you can get around with 20 people. They're probably looking at it like, oh, this dude's just crazy, like driving around. But
that's how it spread, and that's why the video still exists online on subreddits and shit, because people were like spreading it, trying to get the news out there. But obviously, it got out there after the deaths, unfortunately. But it's like, man.
The kid was saying he's a white supremacist. He did it.
Oh yeah, he had it all studied. Like he had
It's so fucking disgusting.
He had a whole 180 page
manifesto. And aside from the manifesto, like even if you can believe in that, whatever, some people are conspiracy theorists, whatever, okay. But the hard evidence that you can't deny is that his gun, he literally wrote the N-word with the ER on it, and he wrote 14, I think. So it was like symbolic to there was a shooting in a church similar to this, and a guy live streamed it too, and he wrote on his gun the same thing with the white marker and everything. Overseas, I forgot what country specifically. If you guys are watching and you know, comment down below.
At a black church as well, I believe.
Yeah, a Muslim church. It was Muslim churches, like two Muslim churches, I think.
Yeah,
I think two of them back to back, which was also another sad story. I want to say 2019. Correct me down below in the comments if I'm wrong.
It was before COVID, I think.
But it's like, this is so crazy. There's so much evil energy out there in the world, and if we needed a reminder, which we never need a reminder, but that's how life works, right? Here we have this reminder right here in front of our fucking face. That's so fucking evil, bro, to fucking live stream that shit. And aside from that, he's still alive.
That's what I was going to say. Listen,
the security guard shot at him, though, but the security guard died.
Yeah.
Because the guy had, like, Kevlar, like, he had body armor.
Yeah, he was
a helmet, everything.
Man,
he had better armor than, like, the SWAT team.
He got shot.
That's my problem
but he didn't die.
Shit, bro. It's the fact that motherfucker's still alive. I don't know, you gonna think I'm a fucked up person, this and that. You killed 10 people. In my eyes, you deserve to get laid out too.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I mean, but can we say you surprised anymore? Huh? Like, how many times is this size? Like, so I hear it and it's like, of course.
I'm
like,
not surprised, bro. But it's like, bro,
it's annoying. Yeah.
So as discussing as like what he did is, supposedly that if they surrender themselves, you can't do anything to them but just take them in custody.
Yeah, I mean if that's protocol, then I guess that's protocol.
I'll lose my job. Shoot that in the head. Shoot that motherfucker in the head.
Is that if he wasn't white, what would
he probably don't get the
he wouldn't been able to put his hand up.
Supposedly from what I heard and shit like that, he when the cops showed up and shit like that, supposedly he had the thing to like his head or some shit.
Yes, I saw that because someone was in a parking lot or somewhere outside and they saw him like about to commit suicide type shit.
But then he like surrendered type shit and like they handcuffed him.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like it would have been someone colored, Hispanic, black, whatever the fuck it would have
been. Going down.
No chance.
Bro, you're not even getting a chance. You're not getting a chance.
I mean, this just really stems back to, like, the government and, like, our leaders not doing what they're supposed to do to make sure that, you know, we live in a safer society. Like, there's just, niggas don't want to do what they have to do, and it's just, like, I don't you know, excuse me if I sound like mad nonchalant, but it's like there's a problem. The problem is not being fixed.
Yeah.
So the problem will exist. Like, and it's like,
it's gonna keep going.
Niggas don't want to do anything about it. So it's just like, I like, you know, rest in peace to, you know, the 10 people that died, you know, and, you know, I think there was like 3 more that were injured. So, you know, I hope they pull through for sure. But it's like, I hear this stuff and I'm like, of course, like y'all niggas don't want to do what y'all got to do. Like, I don't, for whatever reason, you know, your rights and like what you feel, you know, it's annoying because like this shit shouldn't have to continue and shouldn't have to go on. But
no, trust me, bro. I especially realized it last year when it's like, especially locally, like how easy it was to like get a gun and everything. Like I went through the process and I'm like, oh my god, like
bro, it's easy. It's like you're buying a toy.
Like I want to do
It's so easy, bro.
I want to do a piece of content actually, like how to get how easy it is to get a gun in Rhode Island. Like film the whole process. I just gotta talk to like one of these stores. I'm pretty sure they'll be down, and to like, you know, I gotta maybe paint it as like, you know, like as like a pro gun type of thing, but it's really kind of a neutral thing. Like the content is just gonna display literally like how if you watch it, you're definitely gonna you might feel like, damn, I can go and do this. But then a lot of people are obviously gonna feel like that's too fucking easy. Like any idiot could just grab that. Like what the fuck, right? Easy, so, but no one knows that. So I'm gonna do that soon, especially this summer, because that shit's crazy, bro. Like it's like, first of all, I know for a fact a lot of people cheat on that test because it's very easy to cheat on it, right? The test to even qualify to get the blue card, right? And to get the blue card, it's like you can't legally carry or whatever. You could just have it in your home, whatever. But you still get the gun. You could buy any gun. Bro, I literally was in the store and there was this kid next to me that was like younger than me. I think he just turned 20 and he was talking to the guy and he was clueless. Like he just got the same thing as me, the blue card, and he was buying like an automatic rifle, like an AR and like a thing, and the guy was showing him the whole ropes, and I'm like, this is scary. Bro, this is really happening next to me. Yeah, this guy doesn't know what's going on, and he seems so clueless. Crazy. So then we have this 18-year-old. Like there's so much that has to happen. I feel like even age restriction, like there's more background checks.
That's what I'm talking about. Like it's shit like that. Like I feel like that's the bare bottom. Like shit, they don't want to do that.
There should be so many limitations when it comes down to this shit, bro. Especially like body armor. What the fuck are you buying body armor for?
Yeah, for real.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Because if you can't,
you're fucking in the military and shit like that, what the fuck do you need body armor?
And like
for?
his body armor was better than military grade. Like he had, that's like, fucking insane.
But again, they don't want to do nothing. They just want to let niggas do.
Because legally, you can't buy bulletproof vests, right? You can't. I thought you can't legally. Maybe different states. I thought you could.
I'm not too sure.
I know you can't buy grenades and certain shit, but it's like
grenades for sure. I don't know about bullet because I know like having like a bulletproof whip is like okay in some areas, if not everywhere.
That's just gross, bro.
I'm not too sure about that.
But I'm not 100%
really gonna speak on it. But
yeah, for sure.
Fuck that guy, man. That shit, bro. That shit was so heartbreaking, man. There was like a 70-year-old teacher that just died, like, and the whole city's like mourning the deaths.
There was like a whole lady that went to see her husband, I think at the hospital.
I think I've seen
like a home or something. Right. She came, like she was gonna do grocery shopping, and then you see like the main clip that stands out the most when he's gonna like pulls up to the white guy. He's like, "Oh my bad."
Oh yeah.
Like what,
bro? Because the white guy was screaming, ah.
Bro, I want to see someone fucking defend this motherfucker. Honestly.
Yeah. Like, as of now, I haven't seen really
defend this shit.
We not on the right side of the world to see that. Like if you get on the like white supremacist shit, they'll defend you.
Yeah.
4chan and shit, because that's what you would look up to, like the 4chan subreddits and shit.
Niggas is bitches.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there, bro. That's just it's disgusting.
Not only that, right after that, when was it? Was it yesterday? When was that? That was Saturday, right?
Saturday. Yeah, the shooting was Saturday. So
I have no idea.
There was a church shooting too.
Yeah,
was there a shooting? I think someone walked in with a gun and they had to stop him. I don't think any shots were fired. I think someone
got injured.
I
don't know.
From what I remember seeing,
those happen a lot though. It happened, especially school ones, but like it doesn't really, thankfully, really manifest into like much deaths like at all. But this situation was so like right away, like straight up.
I don't know. Was this shit on the news? I don't know if you guys heard of it. Maybe my niece gave me wrong information and shit like that. But I think she had told me that someone at Green Middle School got stopped recently because they had some shit on them.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I didn't see. I
hear those like they got
stopped.
Telling
me and my sister-in-law.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Listen, thankfully that's nothing. It didn't result into nothing because that would have been horrible, bro. But yeah, man, that shit is very sad. Fuck that guy.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Guy.
God will
Fuck
handle him.
that guy.
God will handle him however God wants to handle him.
RIP to everyone. I hope they do some shit about this.
Does New York have the death penalty? I don't know if they have the death penalty.
Too sure, but they're
They'll
probably not gonna give it to him.
If they do, they'll move him to a place. Hopefully, they move him to a place to have it. And even the death penalty, I think he deserves more than that. You feel me?
No, God's gonna do his thing.
crazy.
I'm pretty sure he definitely is gonna get the death penalty because there was a cop that literally he killed a cop. Like there was a cop, he killed a cop. So it's like, all right, when you get to that level, even on security, I think aside from security, there was a cop, an officer, a retired officer. So it's like we're getting into that field. Is like, yes, you're definitely gonna, yeah. And aside from that, allegedly, some shit might happen in jail. They're gonna, someone's gonna get him booty rape. Some shit's gonna happen. God bless
this man, bro.
Listen, the booty soldiers.
Things that
the
can
booty
happen, bro. And that's the one thing.
Listen, the booty soldiers in jail is real, bro. I heard so much stories. One thing that they do is just pull your pants down and just spit in your butt. And when they spit in your butt, it's like protocol for everyone else to like rape.
Kept popping. Sad, where are you getting this info?
Yeah,
bro, it's all.
Where did you get that info
a lot of DJ Vlad interviews, man. A lot.
DJ Vlad.
You talking about that one guy that was like, the first thing you want to worry about in jail is to get booty?
No, you watching some other stuff. I think that's a grinder.
I'm concerned with what both of y'all are watching. Not even gonna lie.
That's some viral video, some old video.
Man, but moving on, this topic, something more lighthearted. ASAP Rocky went on Drink Champs, and in my opinion, said a bunch of baloney, right?
But one thing that kept popping up on the internet is Travis Scott stole his whole style.
Yeah.
From ASAP Rocky.
Yeah. He's trying to figure out how to ask this question.
Thank you for reading my mind. Is that something that you entertain?
Nah, you can't feed into petty shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, at this point, that shit trash at this point.
Right.
Yeah.
But did you feel like that at one point?
I mean, I saw similarities for sure.
Right.
I saw that he was inspired and shit like that, but that's what we in it for.
Yeah.
Like, that's good sportsmanship.
Right.
I put it to you like this, like, if niggas wasn't, like, biting off, imitation best form of flattery. If people wasn't trying to imitate you, you're doing something wrong.
Right.
Now, I totally disagree with this situation. I don't really see, maybe I'm missing something, but where is the inspiration between, like, people have compared them, yes.
I've seen videos of people saying that, like, Travis has been off of things, but it's like,
but how? I can't really recall. Like,
my thing is like, what? If someone wears something now, you can't wear it?
Yeah, because
Rocky was first?
Rocky was like he just said that he kind of seen some things like he didn't. I don't think he's gonna outright like he's saying outright that he.
It's like me now saying, Wongo, yo, I really fuck with that sweater and shit like that. I have it next year. I'm biting off of him now.
Yeah, I think Rocky's taking it as like a. There might have been some things I did, and like he kind of spun his own thing off of it.
Well, people do see him as like the Godfather when it comes to shit like that, like waves and shit. Remember, your boy was like your boy.
Fashion.
Really, he's really inspired, like because of.
Yeah, but
A$AP.
so is Travis, and I don't think like he might. I think he might even mean more musically, but
if it's music, I'm lost.
If it's musically, then it's
There's
like
no way.
Yeah, I'm lost musically.
Because
that's what
you took from Houston, Mr. Rocky, and who's from Houston? Travis Scott is literally from there, so it's like there's
Rocky took from Houston.
Rocky, hell yeah, especially early on with the pesos and that that OG Ron C chopped up slopped like sort of thing, and like he literally he probably I think he even worked with like Bun B early on, like he had like the very like what's that sound? I guess it's just a Houston sound. Like it's not really trap or nothing. It's just like that leaned out,
chopped like slopped,
chopped not slopped era. But yeah, Rocky's whole early shit, his first project, mixtape, whatever, was all full of that. Especially the crew, like Yams would rep that a lot, and like that was a part of like their fucking aesthetic, and it was fine because people in New York, it was like, oh, this is new. Like we didn't even know you were from here. Like a lot of New York people, when he came out, oh, you're from New York. Like you couldn't tell. Like it was.
When
different.
did Rocky drop that tape?
It has to be before Travis for him to even say this shit.
Yeah, Rocky was around
before Travis. Yeah. I think so, and definitely more prominent because like
if it's a Houston thing, then you can't really say that because Travis.
Because we was bumping Rocky hard in high school,
Right.
and then Travis, his first project and shit like that, we went to see it at Rhode. That was probably like towards like senior year of high school.
Yeah, it was like junior, senior year.
Yeah.
I don't
mean,
see it. I don't see it, bro.
I don't. Yeah.
Music wise, I don't.
I don't
see
think it's like that obvious enough.
the whole clothes thing. Regardless, who gives a fuck, bro? It's clothes.
Yeah. I mean, if
Nah,
it's a
people
clothes
care,
thing,
though.
if it's a
Nah,
clothes
fuck
thing,
that
then it's like, cool, I guess.
It's just if someone
I don't
wears,
see it.
Like, come on.
I would be able to tell.
Music, you gonna lose me. Clothes, I could give a fuck less.
Like
about.
recently, they
That's what I'm
said it.
saying,
They
like-
said about
like,
Tyler
that's
with
the
this
kind- that's just-
with this album and
Right.
ASAP Nast. Like they had like the differentiation and like they have like a still beef Tyler and ASAP Nast. And you can argue like yeah, Tyler. There's a lot of inspiration from ASAP Nast's like recent outfits and shit. But to say like Travis and Rocky, I don't see the connection. I think their music sounds different enough. Like they have their own different lanes and like.
Yeah,
Musically, I think Travis is better than Rocky. I've said it before. I personally think A$AP Rocky is not that great of a rapper. I think he's a phenomenal, influential artist. But when it comes to music, he
I think
hasn't
Rocky
hasn't
can
been.
be a good rapper when he wants.
When he
to.
wants.
He
Yeah.
wants.
But he
Because
doesn't
that
want
Cozy
to.
Tape too.
Bro,
Rocky
who's going off?
He was rapping his ass off.
And like, there's
from
been
top to bottom.
freestyles in the past and like shit where he'll go off,
No,
but it's
he
like
can. He can. It's just. It's
I
doesn't
just
want
don't
to.
know why. Because
it's
the
not
thing
a
is like,
consistent thing.
Cozy Tape came out like
20, damn, it's been a
Cozy
minute.
Tape was
the
August
first one.
2017, and then testing was May 2018. So not even a year, which probably meant you was working on these songs at the same time. So it's just like
I don't know.
you go 1
Testing-
second, he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna rap my ass off," and then it's your own shit. And it's just be like,
Some
Bro,
bullshit.
I'll just do some dumb shit.
Garbage.
Testing was some ass cheeks, bro.
Yeah, I didn't like it. People are lying now. They just be lying and it goes viral. I don't know how these lying tweets go viral. Like hip hop Twitter, like there was
Right.
one like, "Oh, are we now in agreement now that testing
No.
was amazing?"
They
or
put it
not.
next to albums that like
We're not.
that grew, and then it's just testing. It's like,
Oh.
Like, bro, no. Like,
Take
are you
testing out
guys
of that.
Oh.
Please stop lying.
clean your ears? Like,
You
what's really going
motherfuckers
on,
Smoking turds.
Yeah.
bro?
Fuck out of here. No.
Yes, some songs, but like if we're talking
It
as
was
a
just
whole album.
Praise
Hell no.
the Lord, and then fuck sleep with FK
Mhm.
Twigs.
Yeah.
Those were
That's
the only
it.
two things that
That's
I really
it.
fucked with
That fuck sleep that's phenomenal.
Yeah,
That's
it's
one
not
of
a
the
slap.
Rocky's best shit ever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't think and like him saying imitation is the best form of flattery. There obviously was a difference between them. Like they had a little beef. Even now, it might currently still be just because of the fact that Travis, even when it comes to women, like there's always a woman behind some shit. Travis dated Rihanna for a good amount of time, and like he helped her a lot with the Anti album, and he was very prominent in Rihanna's like early shit. And then it was damn near close to the Fashion Killer and like Rocky's connection with Rihanna, but now he won. Obviously, he won that situation. You know, he's fucking, damn near
I hope
her
it's
husband.
not like.
But if
off
it's like
that,
because of that too,
that's corny. If it's off of that,
you guys remember when
I'm saying it.
paparazzi like called him like
confused
you
them?
try
Yeah.
ASAP Rocky? He's like, I'm Travis Scott, bitch, or some shit. He's like, he went up to the Travis Scott went up to the camera like, I'm not ASAP Rocky,
I heard
bitch.
about that. I didn't
Bro, that video's
Yeah,
hilarious.
yeah.
That shit happened so fast.
Yeah.
But I think it was during that time where they had like that beef for like the girl and shit behind the scenes. So like, TMZ, I think it was just fucking with them on purpose. But
Can't beef about no girl, bro.
yeah, man, you gotta stop it, guys.
Man,
Let's
come on.
grow up, fellas. I would love to see them work together. Another fucking beef that like, why is it like?
They've never worked together yet, right?
No, I think never.
No.
That would be so crazy. Think about it, bro. Any way you could
That'd be
take
really
it.
good at some really wacky.
Yeah,
shit,
it could
but,
be either way you take it. It depends the way you take it.
Yeah.
Because if Travis produces for Rocky, I feel like it could be fire. Because Travis has really good instrumentation and
Yes.
beat
Yeah,
selection
Yeah, that'd be
that sometimes is just like, why are you on it? But it's good. But why are you on
dope.
it?
Right.
And then if you give that shit to Rocky, Rocky might do his thing on it and just go crazy. So I hope those gentlemen, definitely drop full pettiness on both sides and something might arise in the future from
I
that.
feel like A$AP Rocky would be the one that has to drop his pettiness and shit. I feel
I
like-
would
feel
I would
like
know how
Rocky's-
petty it is depending on how Travis if and when Travis responds. If Travis says some like slick shit, then I'm like, okay,
Yeah,
I see
something
right,
what's
yeah.
going on
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
I feel like he probably won't because what's happening now with Astro World and shit. He probably won't even feed into this
Yeah.
energy of this.
That's true.
Because like he
Yeah,
got
you
enough
got-
on his plate.
Trying to get
Right,
his image
right.
back.
He's trying to get his image back. He's like, I'm not gonna. Because if he did, he probably would have tweeted that same statement or some shit on some petty shit like, imitation is the best form of flattery, blah, blah, blah. But that always happens in hip hop. Like, French Montana last year was like, I discovered Lil
Happens in all
Durk.
genres. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Yeah, yeah,
They do
yeah,
some
it's true.
R&B shit too.
That people try to like take ownership of something or like, I started this and this and that. And it's like,
Mhm.
wait a minute, bro. And it's
Just
also
from Montana
that.
start.
It's also that concept of what do people be saying like It might be a Jay-Z lyric. Who said the lyric was like, you made me make a better make another one or some shit like that.
Yeah, people flip that like mad times. Like,
yeah, always flip it. And it's always like a current situation where you can align to it. So that's what happened here.
It was there's a freestyle, Funk Flex, Fabio. He was like,
but he wasn't the first.
He probably flipped it for someone else.
Which is ironic.
That's like, the first one I think of. Yeah.
Yeah, but it wasn't Fabio, bro. Trust me. God bless Fabio though. You know, but Fabio ain't getting credit for that one. Not for me. Speaking of Travis Scott, he's back performing his first live television performance last night. Diddy, connected the dots. He said, yo, we got to make it happen. I'm doing the Billboard Awards. I'm doing the executive producing. We need Travis Scott there. And Travis Scott was there. He performed an unreleased song that I think premiered at one of... He did 2 songs. So he did Mafia, which we heard, previously released single, his most recent single. And he did one that was like Lose Yourself or something, which I didn't love too much. It was kind of slower. It was a part of like the Dior fashion show, but pre-cancel Travis Scott, Astroworld, that whole moment. And like people were like, oh, this might drop soon. So he performed it. So it's like, oh, this probably is going to be on Utopia, whatever album's dropping, right? And it's good to see him back. He didn't go rowdy, crazy with it. No Astroworld vibe at all. He dressed up almost like an Eskimo. I guess Alaska, Antarctica vibes. I don't know. That's the type of inspo, right? It was cold. But it was dope. The visuals always dope. Travis never misses with that. But it's good to see him happy. He was very happy. There was a video behind the scenes where Diddy was like helping him get ready, and he was just going crazy. He was like, ah! And like screaming from a distance, I love you! I'm like, oh shit. All right.
You know what's funny about like the whole situation is like Diddy had his own thing like that Travis is going through. Like Diddy, like 30 years ago, Diddy threw a show at some venue in New York. I forget the name. But like they packed it out way more it was supposed to be, and like the same thing happened.
People died.
Yeah, like I think some people died. Like people were injured. Like people were
trampled. So Diddy's a murderer too, not just Travis. Nah.
But
that's what Twitter says. That's what Twitter says.
But it's like I remember reading about that some years ago, and it was brought up. Actually, shout out my guy.
I didn't know that.
Andre from Complex. He did a story on it, and just kind of connected the dots. And it was like, okay, like I can see why Diddy would have some sympathy and like
try to help him through it.
Yeah. And my personally, I don't think Travis is complete.
Do you think it's his fault?
I don't think he's completely to blame, but he's gonna have to take some blame because
he's the head of it.
Yeah, it's a show. Like, I just wonder how it would look more so if this happened during, someone else's set. But at the same time, this is festival culture. Like Travis is not the only one that performs that way. Like a week before that was Rolling Loud in New York, and I watched Cardi, Playboy Cardi, same thing. Uzi, same thing.
People going crazy to Cardi.
Later, yeah.
People pass out.
Wow.
I saw people at Day in Vegas pass out.
People pass out all the time at
taking Molly, everything, going crazy.
And it's like some few weeks later, you have, there's Dreamville Fest and the JID Kenny Mason song "Stick." Like, if you've seen the video, like the front like 10 rows are going stupid. So it's like nothing's really gonna change. So I think my question towards everything is, I feel like Travis should have waited till the situation was a bit more handled before like trying
back to performances and shit.
Yeah, I think because he's got like a whole bunch of lawsuits, so I think he should have, handled that more so. But I completely see this where Travis handles the lawsuit. Some time goes back, and everything's just gonna stay the way it is. Like everyone's just pointing the finger at Travis, but it's a festival culture issue.
Yeah,
and like just a performance issue that's really at hand, and no one's doing really anything to fix that. So,
Well, what sucks is that, like, there's artists now that is, like, they'll stop it. But then they're kind of making fun of or, like, saying, like, this is what he should have done,
I think, that kind of, like, compassion, like, it shouldn't
You know what I feel like they should do? I'm going to give you motherfuckers an idea, right?
Let's hear it.
Listen. When it comes to, like, these big venues and shit like that, you see how, like, the majority of the time, like, the security and shit like that's either, like, up front or, like, on the edges and shit. Mm-hmm. Make little fucking, like stands or whatever the fuck it is, right? Like, every so often, just to have them monitor certain areas. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So if something does happen, it's like, you motherfuckers got, like a safe line or whatever. I got someone actually passed out. Area 5C or some shit like that. Boom, like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's because it's crazy.
It's like, come on.
Normally, like a lot of festivals I've been to, they usually have the opening in the middle.
In the middle, right?
So you can get
actually
to,
get
to the side. I think at Astro they didn't. I think it was just a straight thing.
Whole thing.
Yeah.
So like it was hard to get to anyone, get anyone out.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like by the time you got these motherfuckers at the very front and then they're like in the middle. Right. Cutting through like fucking thousands of people. Come on, bro. You like.
Well, even when the ambulance got in there, like they was jumping on the ambulance car, like they was going crazy. Like it wasn't even respected by the fans. Like
it's like Wongo said, it's just a cultural.
Yeah, that's just what the culture is, and what it is. Until they change it, bro, this gonna like it. Like I said, the Diddy thing happened. 30 years later, Travis. Another 30 years is gonna be somebody else if they don't do anything.
It happens, man. It happened at that. Country festival.
It's funny because like niggas complain about problems and do nothing to fix them, and then be like shocked when it happens again.
Yeah,
like,
Travis said he has like a $5 million project. We talked about it here on the podcast, where it's like to fix this, but nothing really has happened. I think he's literally building like a. He said like something like a contraption. It was like a whole invention.
Listen, add into that what I just told you. For free. Go ahead.
But I feel like that won't necessarily work everywhere because the thing is you're blocking viewing from people behind. That's the thing.
Because I'm not saying you're gonna be at their eye level. I'm talking about like you're gonna be like high.
Yeah, but then they have big screens that show like the up close and shit. It depends the venue.
That's gonna have to be like a legal like thing because like festivals really real deal shit. Like they try to spend as little money as possible.
Money part,
like the security people 100%. Wasn't even like really like security 100%. Like certified type thing.
Because that would have to be a permanent build.
Out here paying $300 to $600 to $700-800 per fucking ticket for some of these festivals.
Yeah, and they ditched that money out to the artists, and they trying to keep as much as possible.
Fuck that. You motherfuckers got it.
So it's gonna have to be something where legally.
People gonna stop going to festivals, and then you motherfuckers ain't gonna be making no money. So think about it.
Yeah, but people still going. people don't gotta give a fuck. People are still going.
Bro.
That shit sold out, and they raised the price. I think on Rolling Loud this year. That shit sold out even faster than ever. I was like, God damn, people really paying this much? Like.
I mean, this year they went crazy. They got Ye, Future, and Kendrick headliners. Like that shit flew.
Yeah, man, lineups.
Yeah, and it's like when you don't own the location, like Coachella, I think they own the location, so like they could do that shit whatever the fuck they want. But like these other places is like they're leasing this land for a short amount of time, so it's like permanent builds and shit would be the permanent fix. But it's like I don't know.
Rolling Loud in New York was like in the parking lot for like City Field type thing. Or like nearby.
They turn it into like a festival.
It's not. It's gonna be hard to like.
They need like a code or conduct or like a something like something like even like a button or something that you just stops the whole show. Some shit.
Tighter rules.
Yeah, they'll figure it out. But you know, shout out to Travis. He's happy, so I guess it's a good thing. You know, I'll see what's gonna happen now if this album rolls out, etc. I do still feel like there's gonna be a great amount of people that feel like this shit might be too fresh. So it's like shocking to me, low key, where it's like, This is like, all right, nothing really has happened and everything's back to normal. I guess to whoever it pleases, I guess everyone's happy. I guess Mr. Love is at it again. You know, that's the thing with Diddy. He's on that love time, bro. The Will Smith slapped Chris Rock right on stage right after. Let's go. Let's make up after Mr. Love. Listen, man, not everything can be solved with love. Sometimes they gotta duke it out because, you know.
Well, I think he was talking about your teacher more. I think he was talking about your teacher.
Mr. Love? He has a teacher named Mr. Love?
Yeah. Right.
That's God right there. But moving on to the best topic of the week, the only topic that really matters at the end of the day. Kendrick Lamar has dropped his album. He's estimated to sell 350,000 copies the first week. Now, there's no physical copies for whoever cares about that information. That's actual fact. There's no physicals in store at all. He hasn't dropped them on the website either. It doesn't seem to exist. Might not even ever exist, right? Even though he did promote the album with a photo of physicals in his hand, bootleg style, but then there's no physicals in store. He's in Ghana. He's not really here. There's no real like rollout after this. Other than now, thankfully we do have one music video with N95, but the music's out, right? And I guess you could say the verdict is in. People are stating their opinion. Very controversial to many. We reacted to it, and at the end, I still was left with like, it wasn't like a concrete. How do I feel about it? It's like, it's art. But then
I still feel that
so many people that are online, the discussion's there where it's like, are we moving the goalposts with Kendrick? This is very artistic, or is this just trash and people are not admitting that it's trash? Or is it not trash? Or is it like a masterpiece right away, you know, and the opinions are going at it, going crazy. Have you written your review yet on it, or do you have one yet? No,
I'm still working on it.
What's your thoughts right now on this album? What's Wongo's review?
I think with this album, Kendrick is kind of hoping like his chaotic good, and I put good in quotes, is like going is worth it in the end. Like Kendrick is really taking a swing for cancel culture throughout the album, and I don't completely agree with everything. I find it weird that, you know, Kodak is all over the album, but there's one point where you kind of allude and say that, you know, you were like sexually assaulted as a kid, and it's like, you know, what are you doing?
There's a connection.
It so much so that I actually don't think Kendrick understands like the true intention with cancel culture. Like, I think cancel culture, like, aside from like, you know, any like social media like twist and like thing of it, is just to hold people accountable for what they did now or in their past. Like, that's just what it, like, if you did something and, you know, you violated somebody else, you have to face time for that, you know, whatever the consequence may be. But the way Kendrick's approaching it is that, you know, cancel culture doesn't let me speak, it doesn't let me do this, it doesn't let me do that, and it's like, nah, that's not really, like, you know, anytime someone says that, I always think about that clip of Cat Williams on Joe Budden, you know, like, these out of bounds lines are needed because, you know, there's just some shit that needs to be limited, and it's like, if stopping this is gonna prevent somebody from getting hurt or prevent a community from getting hurt, then like, what are you fighting back for? So that was like what my one gripe with it, and I think a lot of decisions he made on that album, I was like, you kind of, I get it in the name of art, but there's other ways to express it. But outside of that, I thought it was a really great album. It wasn't at all what I expected, and you know, if you like scroll down my Twitter, like from, you know, I was just tweeting as I listened, like I was just like, yo, what the fuck type thing. But, you know, I sat with it during the weekend, and, you know, I'm really like taking time with these songs, and I see a lot of the themes that he has, and, you know, he talks about, you know, infidelity with his fiance. I don't know if they
Whitney.
You know, he talks about going to therapy. He talks about grieving. He talks, you know, he
his mother.
You know, there's a lot of things that he talks about, like, you know, family and
his aunt with the
right
LGBTQ
and the
community
other relatives
as well.
Yeah,
his transgender
right. And
aunt.
just, you know, even the approach of like his or his acceptance of just their identities is a little jarring, I would say. But, you know, overall, I think this is a really good album. A really good album with some flaws, and I like to think that as Kendrick releases, you know, more projects, that he like elevates each time.
Yeah.
I'm still like struggling to see if this is an elevation. I wouldn't say it's a slip up, like he fell off. But I just think there's a lot of just like downsides to this album and just professional stuff that, like, it's like, damn, like I wish you wouldn't have done that. But like, I like, it makes sense. I just hate his approach. So like, for everything that he was trying to do, like you're taking a swing at cancel culture. Okay, I guess it makes sense that you have Kodak like on it, even though
to be ironic. Yeah,
right. Like I guess it makes sense. And I think I've only read one thing about it because I don't really like to read stuff if I'm gonna write about it. But I read one thing that's kind of like, it seems like Kendrick hopes that like supporting Kodak will kind of be what he needs to get, you know, Kodak on that, you know, straight and narrow path. But then again, it's like, you also got to hold him accountable for what he did. And I don't know if Kendrick, maybe Kendrick did that behind the scenes and he feels like it's adequate enough. So
had a conversation or something.
Maybe. But
yeah, I don't know.
It's just, that's but overall, I think it's a really good album. I would probably put it as his third best if you really had to ask me right now, I think it's
without counting Untitled, Unmastered, right? Because a lot of people are counting that. I don't know why the fuck, but they are.
I don't count it. I mean, he said it was just like unfinished like stuff, so I'm not really gonna count it. But
counting Section 80.
Yeah. I think it's gonna
You
be
have
after.
You said his
Third.
top 3.
Yeah, interchangeable with Damn. So it would be for me. It would be Good Kid and To Pimp a Butterfly top 2. And you can put this one after those two, or you could put Damn. I like. I'm enjoying listening to this one more than Damn. So that's why I have it above Damn. But I do skip We Cry Together every time. I don't need to listen to that no more.
That shit was like that movie that I watched last year. What was it? Malcolm and Marie.
Malcolm and Marie.
Malcolm and Marie.
But the interesting about the song that song is when I first listened, like I was just sitting there. I was like, what the fuck am I listening to? When I went back again, like I missed Kendrick at the beginning being like, this is what the world sounds like.
Yeah, like a little interlude type of shit, like a intro, like this is what the world. Yeah.
So like it changed like what it was, because at first I thought it was like him, like what he actually, or like something like that. But he said this is what the world sounds like. I was like, okay, like,
and it could be maybe he went through it too, and maybe it's like, who knows? Because there's so many theories online. That's another thing with this album. So many people have so many theories, and I get it. When it comes to Kendrick Lamar fans and Kendrick Lamar projects, he does do a lot of almost like Easter eggish type of situations where similar to where you watch like a Marvel movie or something, and a year later you find out what that happened over here and this and that, blah, blah, blah. And it's happened with Damn, right? But even the ones with Damn, it wasn't like really proven. Like a lot of people thought it was gonna be a double album and like play it in reverse and all this shit.
You can't play it in reverse,
but not the whole album.
Yeah, you can.
The whole album?
Not like the songs backward, but like you. Can
but
play
like the structure, the
reverse order.
Reverse order. Okay, no, I know that because he dropped the collector's edition. Yes, I know that. But some people had the theory where it's like you play this shit in reverse and like you hear codes and shit. And you hear maybe devilish shit. I'm like, wait a minute.
That's like Illuminati shit.
Stop that. Right? And now with this one, they're saying, which can be, who knows? But it's like, oh, he's in therapy. The whole album is a therapy session. Especially when you hear like that white voice that talks a lot. It might be like the therapist.
I wouldn't be surprised.
And then the idea of tap dancing around the subject, like that phrase happens literally where like you hear the tap dancing when literally there's like a serious conversation is about to happen, or a serious topic is about to happen or happened already. And it's like that one I can kind of understand a bit more, right?
I'm cool with those.
And it's like, that's dope. And the therapist one, I'm like, I would have to visit it more for it to be the situation. But to me, it's like, it's so weird. Like, I'm all for the art, and I love a lot of the content on it. I think it's some of the most raw Kendrick's ever gotten.
Absolutely.
It's almost like a diary. Like, it's almost ugly. Like, it's like,
which is why I'm not like surprised about the therapy.
Yeah, it's like, why are you telling me this? It's like, hold the fuck up. Why the fuck are you telling me this if you never even tell us anything? And then when you do, it's like, you don't do it like this. So why are you telling me this? So I didn't have too much problem with that. I'm like, I appreciate that a lot. My thing is like musically, I didn't fuck with it like too much. Like, I don't think it's a horrible album. I rank it like I've been debating. I have it right now. When we did the reaction, I was like, oh, question mark. Right now I have it kind of like an 8 out of 10. I think it's like an 8 out of 10 to me. When it comes to his discographies though, I think it might be his worst album, you know, but then it just came out. So I don't, it's like too fresh to say that, right?
You gotta really sit
because you gotta really sit with it. And it's like, are we moving the goalposts because it's Kendrick Lamar? I don't know. I think it's just some artists you have to just do that with. Like, you have to sit with it. And it's like some other artists drop, and it's like, I'm not going to listen to this shit again. But Kendrick Lamar, I think, has earned the respect where you have to revisit this and you have to analyze this. And at the same time, he's rapped on the album, which a lot of his fucking stans don't fucking understand. A lot of them do in the comments, so thank you guys that do. But a lot of them are dick riding so heavy. But he literally says in the album where it's like, I'm not your savior, I'm not perfect. And this whole concept of like, if you don't like this album, he doesn't care. And it's fine. Like, that's the energy he has on a lot of these songs, especially towards the end. But then these fucking dick riding fans get mad. Like, they're probably mad at me right now. We're listening to this. No, you just don't understand it. It's not LOL. It's not for your mind. All right, I'm sorry. I'm a peasant then. I'm an idiot. I'm sorry. Maybe his IQ's higher than mine. Like, what the fuck are you guys talking about? This is just an opinion. It's just music. Relax. Calm the fuck down.
Yeah, for sure.
This guy literally said he doesn't give a fuck about you. He's not your savior. You guys been begging for him to drop for 5 years. He didn't give a fuck. He gave his baby Keem instead. He put his family on. Motherfucker got a Grammy already. That happened like this, right? Meanwhile, when he does drop, he's just telling you basically like, yo, I can make Damn again. I can do hits again. I can do whatever fuck I want. I can literally get any feature I want. But he's just doing like shit that people didn't expect, and it's almost like shock value, especially the Kodak shit. Because we saw Kodak on the track list, we heard that song, but then you hear Kodak throughout the whole album. He's narrating this shit. And it's like, I love Kodak musically, I love him, but there's a lot of people that don't. And it's very like, I think it's paying respect to Kodak, almost like how I said it, I think during the reaction, where Drake has been alluding to literally signing Kodak. Like he wants Kodak potentially to be a part of OVO. And they're like trying to work that out behind the scenes. And Drake's always like DMing Kodak and like appreciating Kodak and like loves him musically.
Drake does that with everybody.
If they send him to OVO, then they're definitely gonna keep him quiet. Cause shit.
Yeah. Party, where are you? Magic Jordan. But it's like,
Cam's too quiet.
yeah, but it's like, I get it. Like musically, I think Kodak musically, especially this new generation, he's one of my favorite. Like I see it, but it's very odd to use him on this album. But then again, it goes back to what are this man's intentions? First of all, the double album shit is very confusing to me. It was out of place. It didn't start with Mr. Morale. It started with Big Steppers, I guess. Maybe on purpose. Obviously on purpose. I don't think it was a mistake. It was like, he didn't drop the CDs, so we technically don't see it. Because when you drop CDs and shit, or tracklist at least, because he didn't even have like a backside. It was just a front cover.
On Apple Music, they have him as two things.
Yeah, but it doesn't say.
It's like the numbers.
This is 1 through 9 and then goes
1 through 9 again, but it doesn't even say like part 2 or nothing. Like it doesn't say nothing like that. It doesn't even tell you where to start it or nothing. Even like you break down the synopsis. And then if you listen to both albums, I don't think that they literally sound completely different. Like it's like there's some aspects, yes, but
content-wise, they're different.
You think so? I think someone said. I think someone while we were reacting. I think it might have been Marloon, where it's like, yeah, you could kind of hear like how this one's kind of more morales, more realistic.
There's some tracks that are just more conscious.
More conscious.
That's the second half. Like that's the second half.
That's the Mr. Morale.
Yeah.
And that's probably my favorite half of the album.
I think when I was listening, one thing I discovered is like Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers are not two different people.
Same person.
I think it's easier to look at it, or it makes more sense to look at it as a band. Like, you know how like they have band titles like that, like this person, and I can't think of a name, but
that's my thing. My bad to cut you off. Yeah. My thing is like, I feel like we've been too fucking busy trying to tie in the name of the album to like the music.
It's a band. I think Kendrick is,
maybe it's not just two sides.
This is my theory. I think Kendrick is Mr. Morale in terms of like trying to find his footing on things and trying to find like that just his morale, like his spectrum of morale.
Yeah.
Towards just
where are your morals? Let's find it.
And the Big Steppers are like the things that like drag him. Like, so like the Big Stepper is gonna be like his gripe with cancel culture, and then like his infidelity with his fiance, and like addiction to like lust, and like struggles with grief. Like the Big Steppers are the things that really pull him out and make him not the person that he is. So it's like all together it just works to be the man that we hear on the album. Yeah, I can see that. That's how I see it.
You can see it in the N95 video where he has like fucking chains and shit like that.
Right.
We don't know Kendrick.
Right. And like you hear it, hear it through the music, especially like the first song, like United in Grief. Like each verse is him attempting to deal with his grief in ways that you can kind of see are not natural to him. Like whether it's with women, whether it's through money, cars, and like just buying stuff. Like there's different like, so like to me the therapy session thing wouldn't be crazy to me, because it just sounds, everything is so raw.
Yeah.
It just sounds like this man went to therapy, and like as he was going through, these thoughts are getting clear or not so clear, and then he's just putting them to music type thing. But yeah, I mean the second half is definitely, because the second half you have Auntie Diary, you have
Savior.
That's
my favorite song on the whole album.
I love Savior.
The Kodak song is not too bad.
The second to last one.
Damn, what's the name of that Kodak song?
Mother Sober, and then you have Mirror. You have So yeah, that's kind of how I've been looking at this.
To me, it comes off as like he's finally breaking away, or like understanding his fuck ups and shit like that, and him just like I guess the time has passed where he's like, okay, like it's time for me to like actually finally sit down, do it type shit, and know that I fucked up, and now just like keep it pushing.
But like
thing, you know what I'm saying
Kendrick,
like, even like with the whole my bad again.
No, you
like,
got
like people saying like alluding that maybe he did get molested when he was younger, or
right.
or maybe he does know someone. You know, like he finally comes out with that type shit.
Right.
Like he finally be able to cope with it. It's like, okay, I can speak about it now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and fuck, I forgot.
I would say this is definitely like his like. I alluded to it in the reaction, like his 444, especially like my auntie is a man now.
But like
even that concept,
raw,
very raw.
very raw. Like
very
Jay-Z
raw.
was clean. Like he kind of like processed
He
everything
polished it more,
and then went in. But it sounds like Kendrick was like in the booth as he was putting everything.
Hell
together.
yeah, you know, because Kendrick, he, like, you know, that line alone, my auntie is a man now, and then Jay-Z, you know, revealing that his mom to the public or confirming, you know, his mom is lesbian, but it wasn't like my mom's a lesbian. Or like blatant, like as blatant as Kendrick did it. And Kendrick's doing it like where it can be a therapy session, whereas like therapy sessions are ugly. Like that's just not meant to be heard by the public. But then you drop this album and it's obviously gonna be heard by the public.
Right.
But I think with Kendrick, the situation is this: he's a victim of his own talent, whereas like, and of his own talent and his own decisions in his life. His albums have been so culturally impactful and so fucking good and so award winning and so damn near perfect every album, right? Especially studio albums, where it's like 5 years removed, you haven't dropped. You were supposed to drop in 2020, you said, so you push it back 2 years. So this is a pushback album, and now we get it. I think people are gonna have high standards and hold it to such high degree, right? And it just dropped. Let's give it some time, and it's a good amount of music. You know, it's 18 tracks. I really thought he was gonna go the route where it was gonna be more minimal. Yes, he did say double-sided album, but I was like, oh, he could probably just do 6-6, even 5-5. It's technically double-sided album. But he really went 9-9. He gave us 2 albums in one. And it's not clear-cut, full-on. Yes, there's different types of content, but it's not like a full-on different sound. I had the theory before the album dropped that Mr. Morale was going to be like the conscious Kendrick that we all wanted and been waiting for, like during the Black Lives Matter movement. And that whole time, everyone was like, where's Kendrick? He was going to maybe address that, maybe ironically, like, Mr. Morale, you guys wanted me. I'm Mr. Morale now. You were waiting for me, right? And then the Big Steppers was going to be his features, maybe the mainstream type of records, and that could have made more sense with me. But this time, that didn't happen at all. Like, this is like something that is a victim of my second thought, where is a victim of his lifestyle. He doesn't do interviews. He doesn't really talk. And even when he does, is very vague. Like the last time he spoke, I think it was the magazine where I think Keem interviewed him, and it was just like, yeah, I pushed the album back, I've been working, blah, blah, blah. But it wasn't like, this is why I'm going to drop it. This is why, you know. So we just know what's happening in his life through his music. He speaks through his music. So then our opinions are going to come through his music. And maybe that's what he wants. But then again, we don't fucking know, because he doesn't say like, that's what I want. And then randomly next week, he might just pop out with like a Zane Lowe interview, because we just don't know what's happening either. You know?
I think that's the value in like the art. Like he doesn't have to explain it. I think when you kind of explain it, you ruin it in a sense.
Yeah.
Like,
the mystique is gone.
Right,
Not
but
even
it's
that.
like you're gonna interpret something some way,
Yeah.
and then he's like, "Yeah, no, listen, you got that fucked up. This is how it is."
yeah, it's just like
shit.
there's different ways to interpret music, and sometimes even when you explain it, niggas are just gonna take it the way they is. But
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I don't think this is a misstep or a bad album or like like.
I think it's great.
Okay.
His worst is better than a lot of people's best. That's what you know what I'm saying?
But Kendrick is like never, especially after like Good Kid, Kendrick has never given us what we expected. Like To Pimp a Butterfly was not what we expected
That's
after
a
Good.
fact.
Do you think that's his best album? I think that's his best album. To Pimp a
I personally
Butterfly.
think that's his best.
That's his best album.
Content wise and shit.
Everything. That's
Everything.
from top to bottom, bro. Like that's a fucking.
So, but
I love that album.
So it
I love
being
it too, though.
his last album on TDE, do you think the content from this album and the timing is what he needed to drop now, or should he have dropped more replay value, more hit value with TDE, and then
Kendrick's never been replay value.
and
of it,
his.
so.
Now there's some songs that like.
Yeah,
do
some, but like
I mean,
if
damn,
you like,
damn was crazy.
But do you
Damn.
think-
look at
You
like,
think he should have saved this content for his new label coming up and have, or you think it's the right moment with no
I don't think
TDE members on it? No,
I don't think
you
it
know.
does. I mean, Kendrick hasn't done an album with TDE members like
14. It was a minute ago.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It was a
The
while.
Black Panther album.
I mean that, but like his solo projects haven't.
I honestly don't feel like
Money
I don't
Green.
know, this is
Money Trees.
Money Trees was my shit. Yeah. I don't feel like I don't know. This is me that the label has played a lot when it comes down to his albums, to his like
they let him
No,
do
probably
what
not at
wants,
all.
and he just puts
That's
on what he
Kendrick Lamar. They
wants.
probably
So
didn't
it's
play at all.
So it's like you could say like, oh, like since it was TDE, that camp and everything like that, you could have had more similar to like the old stuff type shit.
His
And now
last
that you're
one,
gonna have your own old stuff, you can do like your own stuff, like you do your, I don't know.
Kendrick's never really had like replay value stuff. I mean, you have some stuff that might chart well. Like
I know a lot of people in today's generation. Kendrick's not for today's generation.
yeah, and that's okay.
Yeah,
but
because
like,
I think I saw a lot of older people like loving this album, like especially like Charlemagne and like a lot of that. Because especially when it comes to like the fatherhood shit, like they love that, like that therapy, like cutting that wound open. They love that. Like, oh my god. So
he got very, very deep,
personal,
very personal. It's just
I think the content and like the topics are good. I love like the things that he's talking about.
musically,
musically great. I think this was like a really well produced album, like 100%, like for sure. I just think some of the decisions he made, I'm like, you're getting too carried away. Like the cancel culture thing is like relax. Like even saying like the F word on Auntie Diary is like. Yeah. I get why he
had me saying it in the reaction. I'm not gonna say it here because
I get why he said it. Like I get like his like progression, like the way he ends it.
Yeah.
But I like I gotta think is like if somebody else did it with a different slur, like is that gonna fly the same way?
Is it gonna be accepted the same?
Was that the right way to go at it?
Yeah. It's like you probably. But I guess.
What's your favorite song on the whole album? Savior.
Savior. I'll probably say Savior right now.
Savior's mine. And what's Rich
Spirit?
Rich Spirit.
I like Count Me Out. Count Me Out and Father Time.
I think Count Me Out is my favorite.
Count Me Out is so Count Me Out is like that's not some shit I expected from him, but he really killed it.
Yeah.
But I'm happy he brought out Sanford though. I don't know what the fuck Sanford been doing, but I'm so happy.
Sanford like dropped the album and disappeared. I never seen nothing like that. That's like
no feature, no nothing. Like I think this is his first feature since the album.
Just like a ghostwriter.
He's like a
definitely
James Fauntleroy.
James Fauntleroy type of vibe. Oh yeah. But yeah, I would say Savior is my favorite song on the whole album. I think it's really, really good. What's the worst song on the album, you think? Or like your least favorite?
We Cry Together gets to skip
We Cry
every
Together?
time. But if I have to pick something that's not that.
Yeah. Because my thing
I'm not too cool on I'm not too crazy about Crown.
Which one's that one?
That's one right after Count Me Out.
I don't know.
Crown.
I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I haven't heard this album since the day it dropped.
Really?
Yeah, I just I haven't had the chance, cause like me, the way I listen to music is on my days off. So like for example, tomorrow, like I got the day off of work, so I listen to music with whatever I do. If I'm cleaning the crib, if I'm doing car stuff, like I'm just listening to music. But like I work and shit like that, I don't have the time to listen to music. So I've been my weekends is the busiest. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I work all fucking 4 days.
Yeah.
So I haven't had the chance to listen to it again.
So you don't have a least favorite?
No, my least favorite is definitely gonna be We Cry Together. Because it's like I don't want to listen to shit every single fucking time.
It's an interruption.
You know what I'm
He
saying?
should have made that like an interlude specifically because he does have interludes on the album.
Technically, is are you gonna consider that it's more like dialogue? You know what I'm saying?
But they rhyme so it's kind of a song.
That is very true.
It's a performance. It'll be dope live. Like I said, this could be like that could be.
No,
you
don't think like a play, like a play, acted out play?
Don't bring that outside of the. No,
I think they could do something with that.
No.
Like an argument vibe.
Malcolm and Marie Part 2 with Kendrick Lamar directed.
Just keep that on the album and leave it there.
Aside from that,
it is an interlude. It's its own thing. It just gets skipped. Like if it was tied in with a song, I'd be so heated.
Yeah, but I'm saying like Rich. There's a Rich interlude. It says Rich, then interlude, then Savior interlude. On each album has their interlude.
Oh.
It's like if you made it specifically interlude, I guess it's strategic. Kendrick, I'm pretty sure he does shit strategically. My least favorite song aside from that probably would be the one after that though, Purple Hearts. I didn't love it, bro. I loved Ghostface Killer's part. I was like, damn, I love this. This is so amazing. But
it was Summer Walker. Yeah.
I played it a lot. I gotta maybe revisit it more, but I've played it a lot. I really ain't rocking with it too much.
I love Summer Walker.
I feel like Summer. I didn't like.
I gotta listen to it.
I feel like it could have been more of a bop. don't know.
Kendrick don't make
It was-
bops.
It was
It
no
was-
bops.
But the Blast song's a bop, bro. That's a bop. The Blast record's a
That's
bop.
because that's a blast record with Kendrick on it.
Exactly.
Okay, that's
Exactly.
like
that was a blast record.
that's a blast record with
Exactly.
Kendrick on it. Like Blast, like
yeah,
with Blast is the new cheat code.
yeah.
Blast is like
Especially,
the new title sign.
Yeah.
especially out of LA, it just made sense. Like that was like, I'm pretty sure Dr. Dre fucks with Blast too.
Probably.
That would make
Dr.
more
Dre
sense.
have nothing to do with this album though.
But people are saying it because Eminem
Is
tweeted.
that Eminem
Eminem.
tweeting
He got no
They
credit.
just
He got
listen
no
to it.
credits on the album.
So what is Eminem fucking talking about?
I mean, Kendrick and Eminem are signed to Aftermath, so maybe that.
This is
Well,
on,
it was
this is on
just weird.
Shady. This is on Shady. I mean, this is on Aftermath. My bad.
Yeah, this was. I was like, it was weird though. Eminem was like, "Yo, Dr. Dre, that Kendrick album is fire. Like, why don't you just go tell Kendrick there? Like, why don't you tell?"
Unless
I don't
Dr.
know.
Dre's ghost producing.
Like,
what the fuck is going on?
But
Listen,
yeah, a lot of the
Trying to
production
sound
is
Dr.
like
Dre's the
Soundwave.
dad, bro. He's the dad.
What do you think about it selling 350,000? I think that's lower than I expected. I'm not gonna lie to you, and I think that's also
I understand it now because of the album that we got.
exactly. I think that's very indicative of the album we got because of the way that streaming works. Obviously, it's not back in the day where like if it was back in the day where it was just CDs, like damn near. Obviously,
I'll tell you this.
I could see him selling a million
If he would've
copies.
dropped hard copies.
That too.
But that's
That
what,
made a
that's
help.
what
him.
helped Damn get like 600,000. It was like
Yeah.
300,000 something, and then
It was 300 something in streams and then another 300
and
something.
physicals. Yeah.
But like the weekend didn't drop. I think it's a marketing strategy now because it basically gives your album a chance to go number one twice. Like you're gonna go number one the first week off streams,
Mm.
and then which unfortunately didn't work for the weekend and his team the way shout out Gunna. But like the weekend
I know.
dropped the streams
yeah.
for the album just
Yeah.
digital only at the top of the year went number 2.
After hours.
Yeah.
No,
I mean no
Dawn
Dawn
FM.
FM.
Dawn FM.
And then recently
I didn't like that shit.
I love Dawn FM. But
Dawn FM.
recently he did the vinyls again and it shot the album back up. Like I think now the goal is like hopefully
Keep those
your
numbers
streams-
going.
your streams get it to number one. You wait for some time. You wait for things to die out. You drop the physicals for the people that are really gonna fuck with it. If you time it right, you pick a good week where no one's really dropping. You could get number one off like 70, 80K type thing.
Mm. Who knows, man?
But that's gonna be hard now with the summer because a lot of people gonna
Yeah.
be dropping.
Yeah,
So they
everybody.
might wait till the fall. They might wait till after the tour.
They might not do that shit at all, though.
They'll definitely drop physicals though.
You think so?
Everyone
Because I'm
drops
thinking like he
physicals.
might look at it like, oh, it's my TDE album. It dropped. I don't really gotta.
He's
I
not.
don't think he's gonna go as hard as Damn, because with Damn he went hard though.
The booklet, everything about it, like it was
Booklet, the
interactive.
clothes. I still have the fucking.
I think he'll- I think
Nike
he'll-
Damn shit. That
I
shit's
think
fire,
he'll
bro.
do the whole thing because it's like another concept. Like
The
album.
tour is happening. The
Yeah,
Big Steppers tour.
He's doing a 3
I'm
month
not going.
tour.
I'm sorry. I'm not going. I don't really want to see this album live
I mean, it's gonna be
because he's
more
only
than
gonna do
the
this album.
No, he's not. He's gonna do all
You
this.
think
songs.
so?
Nah,
They
I don't
always
think
do
so.
the
He's not gonna
songs.
do this
Bro,
album.
he's doing We Cry Together live. I heard.
I'll take a bathroom break. That's fine. But no, every
Bro,
artist
he-
does songs
for
all
the
over their
TDE tour,
discography.
he didn't do just Damn.
Yeah.
No, because that was a TD Championship tour, so it was like they
even-
all did the
even-
whole discography.
Damn
The Damn tour, he did more than Damn.
Yeah,
He could
always.
have done.
We seen him in Dave. Y'all went to Dave Vegas. He did mad stuff.
I didn't.
Every time he perform, you're
yeah,
not
but
gonna
that's
stick to the
but that's
album.
like when it's like specifically like the Big Steppers tour and like the flyer and obviously guess who's opening up the album?
Baby Keem.
Yeah,
I
opening
went
up
and
the-
seen Jasmine
I fuck
Sullivan.
with
She didn't
Baby
do
Keem
everything
heavy,
from
though.
hotels. Like she did. You gotta do the stuff that people love, bro.
I hope
Yeah, he gonna do. Money
feel like he
trees.
won't.
He gonna do.
just to justify my reason of not going.
I'm gonna go and I'm gonna post videos. And you're
wanna
gonna be
go.
heated.
Yeah.
August was it?
I'm gonna
August
be
10th in Boston.
August 10th.
That's what tickets drop either Thursday or Friday. I think.
Shit, remind me because I'm gonna forget.
I got you.
Yeah, I'm capping because it's a cap, podcast. But I'm gonna buy tickets.
Probably go.
You know,
Now you wanna go,
Yeah.
right?
I'm going. You know, it just sounds good to
Come
say
on
I'm not
now.
because everyone else is going. I'm gonna be like,
Come
I'm not going to see that shit live.
I'm going.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
I already told
saying?
Michael, I said, way before the album drop, I said whatever tour Kendrick putting out, I'm in there.
So
August.
now
No
if he,
problem.
if he only plays songs from there,
Nigga, I'm gonna
Would he
learn
be
the lyrics. I'm gonna be in there. Fuck it. Everything besides
Might
We
hit
Cry
harder.
Why everything except We Cry Together? Yeah, bro.
Cry Together supposedly going like 3 times.
They
in
go
one-
3
in
times. I
one
go to the
show.
bathroom 3 times.
Wear a diaper. No, listen, I don't know. I think in my perspective, I was analyzing where it's like streaming a lot of times can be indicative of people's perception on the album, especially after it drops, because if you don't fuck with the album, you're not gonna stream it again.
The
you
thing
know?
is, like before the album dropped, this was the projections that they had for it.
But even then, I feel like it was low. I was like, no. Everyone was like, "This gotta be ours." Kendrick.
Streaming don't do the same as what it used to no more. Like if
Unless
Adele,
you're Drake.
Well, yeah, Drake posed like
Drake did
600,000. Yeah,
900,000.
Drake should be doing
900,000,
more than
yeah.
600,000 now.
He did.
100%.
How much was it?
No, I think it was
900,000?
I think it was 800.
No, his first week was 6.
Was it 6 something?
Adele's first week was 8.
800. Oh, maybe I'm confused.
If Adele don't drop an album in 6 years, it's her divorce album, right? She holds a bunch of big performances before, and she can't crack $1 million a week. The streams are fucked up, bro.
Yeah.
Streams is fucked. Drake had a clean rollout. As stupid as the album cover was, like that brought more attention to himself. He did the billboards all over the fucking world. 600 in the first week. Kendrick didn't do shit.
So do you think the second week numbers is gonna kind of tell more the story of?
Yeah, the second week.
think?
The second week always tells you like how people really enjoyed the album. Yeah.
With the CLB, that shit was on the fucking charts the whole year after it dropped.
It did 3 straight weeks and then 5.
Futures now is as well as like did 100K and I think the second week like 115. I think he passed Jack Harlow, right? I think he did 115 and Jack.
Yeah, Future was number 2 this week.
So I was like, oh shit.
Bad
But I don't
Bunny
know.
to that number 1.
We'll see.
I gotta teach me Spanish, bro. I'm trying to fuck with Bad Bunny.
That album was crazy.
Bad
That
Bunny
Un verano
was
sin
crazy.
ti. It means a summer without you.
Bad Bunny is the best album of this year.
Yeah,
Un verano sin ti
Un
is
verano
the
sin
best
ti.
album.
They had some bangers. Yeah, I just don't know what man's is saying.
Yeah,
Like
that's
I got
Do you
it.
think this the Kendrick album of the year?
Nah, my pick for album of the year
Bad Bunny.
is between.
Rap-
You get me hit to
rap-
Bad Bunny
let's
by
say
the
rap
end of the year.
only.
I'll let you know where
Let's
I'm
say
at
rap
with it.
only.
Vince Staples.
Vince Staples?
Vince
Okay.
Staples.
Number 2?
Number 2. I have Kendrick high up. So if it's not Kendrick, I'll put Pusha T. But then after Pusha T is Kendrick. So Kendrick and Pusha T are interchangeable for me.
For rap only, I got Pusha number 1.
Yeah,
And then
for rap
Gunna would
only,
be
I got
after.
Pusha.
Then Gunna would be 4th.
Yeah, I got Pusha number 1. If it's just
But
rap
overall,
I would give it to Don FM.
In fact,
I would give it to Don FM.
Don FM was
100%.
crazy, bro.
No.
I
Don
sit
FM.
in there. I sit.
No.
Bro, there's no way you listen to Out of Time and you don't like feel spiritually awakened, bro.
Bro, I haven't listened to the album since it dropped.
That's the problem, bro. You gotta get back
That's
to it.
bro, that's horrible.
That's
then.
your problem.
You gotta
No, because it just didn't catch me,
Bro,
bro. I listened
you gotta
to
revisit
like
it.
that week, and I was
You
just
might have
like,
had a bad week, bro.
out of that fucking album,
His ears were fatigued a little.
If you don't name
bit.
songs bro.
Because you know what it is with that album? I feel like it's like, that's my favorite thing of album. When you're going to do a theme and you play it out
Kill the
really
theme,
well
bro. Knock the theme out
from
the
top
park,
to
bro.
bottom, bro.
Bro, knock the theme out.
And he did it with that album. And it's like,
Honestly, it's better than After Hours to me.
I think as an album, yes.
After Hours to me was top heavy. Like the first half was cool, and then after
I liked after I was dropped and Party Next Door dropped, the Party Mobile, right? I think I
yeah, it was like a
favorited
few months
I favorited more.
Look, I didn't
Party
even
Mobile
I didn't
over.
even have this shit downloaded.
bro. Add
That's
that
sad.
back, bro.
And you got to
Listen,
play from
okay,
top to bottom.
So from songs that I remember, okay, Out of Time, yeah, obviously.
All right, come on now, let's talk about it. Here we go. Yes, best friends for sure.
Is there someone else?
Absolutely.
Is there someone else? Is my favorite
crack,
song.
bro.
Is my favorite song, but
If a shorty ever playing me, I'm gonna be at her crib with that in the
Playing
background,
that.
bro.
Don FM. Don FM's album of the year.
Even the track with Wayne, bro.
I don't like that track.
Nah, come on, you bugging, bro. I know some people don't like that, but
I think Don
I don't
FM's album of the
like it.
year.
I don't like it.
Don FM.
Definitely album of the year.
The fact that I've only heard it on the radio like maybe a handful of times.
Not
lets
the
me know.
radio, bro.
Huh?
The radio. Are we really judging the radio in
Listen, man,
2022,
listen,
bro? Come on
listen.
now.
Because I'm at work a lot of the times. That's where I listen to a lot of the hits.
So see, you ain't freed yourself from the radio. That's the
Yeah.
problem. You confined to the standards
no,
of the radio.
because I'm telling you, I listened to this shit the first week.
You gotta.
Nigga, you
and
need
it
to be
just-
at work
I
with an
deleted
AirPod.
it, bro.
You gotta
I
take-
took it off the
You
shit.
need to
Nah.
you
You
need
gotta
to be
take
at
the
work with an
aux.
I fuck
AirPod
with the
in.
weekend.
You need
You
to
need to
take
be
the
at work with
aux
an
in.
AirPod in
Huh?
and get right.
Nah, because there be some bitch asses walking in and shit like that and fucking annoying, bro.
You gotta undo the braids and just have the hair out like that.
That's what nah, it's too hot, bro. I'm cutting this shit probably like soon.
Oh man.
Yeah.
No, I love Don FM. I love Don FM. I think that this album, obviously Kendrick, is similar where it's like there's a theme. It's not just like a random. Because I thought maybe it could have been like, you can say like it's like a playlist album. More Life was double album, but it's like a playlist. But you really can't put this shit on shuffle. I don't think this Kendrick album is like,
Don't you dare.
it's
No.
like,
Don't you.
you're not really gonna, no, you can't do it with that.
You're gonna go from Savior to We Cry Together, bro. It's not. You're not gonna have a good time.
No, it's not.
You're not gonna have a good time.
It's not. Do you think it overall, I guess, did it live up to the hype or your hype? Because it was fucking 5 years.
Was 5 years worth the wait?
I think I just wanted a great album from Kendrick, and I got a great album from.
Yeah, it wasn't. It wasn't like a letdown, or it wasn't like.
I wasn't let down.
Yeah, it wasn't like
I think
trash.
yeah,
Like, hell
my
no.
first listen, and I was confused because I didn't get the theme yet.
Yeah.
But I was like, the music isn't bad. I'm just
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Expectations.
Yeah,
That's what it is. That's the thing. Now with this album, Kendrick showed us that if you're gonna expect music from him, just be happy the fact that you're gonna get music.
Yeah,
from him.
you don't know. Like,
don't expect something specific.
he's too much of
from
an
him.
artist. We
You know
don't
what I'm
know
saying?
what the fuck he's gonna hand to us.
Yeah.
So like,
Do you think he should drop soon? Now after this, especially since he's doing the PG Lang thing himself, and how
I
soon?
fucking hope so.
Not 5 years
I
again.
don't think it's not gonna take 5. But the thing with the 5 years is he said he had writer's block for 2 or
2
3
years.
years.
Yeah.
So it's like if he can get himself around to the next concept, I think he'll drop.
Well,
'Cause
honestly,
Kendrick was on a very 2-year like
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, because he had writer's block for 2 years, but then he pushed his album back 2 years. So technically, it was supposed to drop.
That might have been the reason as to why he pushed it back.
But he was still working on it. Like he talked
Yeah.
about the Drake and Kanye stuff. That was recent.
That's why I said. So I'm
So
like,
he's
if he
still
pushed it
working on
back,
it.
maybe he just went back and tweaked some shit because it's updated. There's a lot of current shit on it. You know.
Honestly, if he doesn't drop anything like with the whole PG Lang shit, as long as he has the artist that's under it and maybe he has like a feature here and there, I'd be fine with that.
Yeah, everyone
Hell no.
dropped. Everyone
I'm sorry.
dropped
fine
recently.
with that.
Everyone
He's
dropped.
got to drop,
recently.
bro. He's got to
Everyone
drop.
dropped. But
I don't think he's gonna drop.
I'll give him 2 years.
Yeah.
I would say
That's
2
what I was gonna
years.
say.
He's got to drop.
But
And
that's
he,
what I'm saying. Between that, I need at least a feature or so.
oh no, yeah, we're definitely gonna get it because
That's what I'm
Baby Keem
saying.
is gonna Baby Keem it. That's by default,
That's what I'm
right?
saying.
Seen him in the stew with Pusha. I want to know what they was.
Yeah, Pusha said it. I listened to his AMP interview live where he was like saying that they tried to, he wanted him on the album, but none of the, I think the song that they were gonna do together wasn't even on the album.
Yeah, I don't know if I could have heard Kendrick on this Pusha album.
Yeah,
I
he
don't
said it
know
just
what
didn't.
song.
They didn't find the sound. I was like, oh, okay, I
Makes
guess
sense, yeah.
I can see Pusha on a Kendrick track.
I can see either or, but because it's happened, nostalgia. But just
But
on maybe not on
even
these
with
albums.
their respective albums, I couldn't have heard any.
No,
of-
these albums are different
Yeah.
completely.
I couldn't have heard Pusha on this album. I couldn't have heard of Kendrick
Yeah.
on Pusha.
I think
So
Kendrick
I hear that.
Kendrick with this album had to get this out, right? This therapy session type of vibe.
Right.
Next album, I doubt it's like this again or anywhere damn
I don't
near.
think so. I don't think so.
You know,
But again, expectations, man, we can't have them because then niggas.
I think one thing that as I was like writing today, one thing I seen before Damn is he said that with To Pimp a Butterfly he had a problem to address. With Damn he doesn't, and with this album he had another problem to address.
next
So
one.
maybe
He
the
might not.
next one he might not. He just might like maybe this is his problem. He got it out, and maybe he'll just find another direction.
because the
to
stuff
go
he's
to.
spoken about is like very
Yeah,
internal.
yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see, man. Kendrick is one in a lifetime artist, like arguably the best rapper of the generation. You know,
arguably.
you think so? You think so?
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's
100%.
he's top 3 for me.
100%. That nigga got a Pulitzer Prize, bro. I didn't even know them things was. They was handing out.
Yeah, they
them
don't
things
hand
to
them out like that.
Black niggas until they got it.
No,
to
they don't
Kendrick,
hand it
bro.
out easily.
Oh, bro, them things just be on books.
They don't hand it out easily.
Right.
Yeah, bro.
No, I could see that argument.
Yeah,
I
bro.
could see that. You know,
I'll fight about that for sure.
I could see that.
Yeah.
Now, is he quote unquote? And he's that type of artist that I can't even. I hate this sentence, but is he quote unquote now the hottest again or like back on top, etc.? Especially when it comes to the 3-headed monster. You know, people go back and forth with that.
It depends what you use to validate that. I think Kendrick lyrically and as an artist, he never left though. Like just because I've never been the one to be like, oh, like you ain't dropped nothing, so like I just doubt your talent. Like nah, like if you drop something and it's trash, then it's like, damn, bro, what's going on? But yeah, I mean, it depends what you look like. Some people like think, you know, your sales or like how much they hear you wherever they go is like what determines who's on top. And I mean, that's something Drake's had unlocked since he stepped out. So it's like that you can have that. The most hardcore fan base, Cole can take that. But I think when it comes to like artistry and just really putting out like excellent ass bodies of work, Kendrick will have that until he doesn't.
Damn.
He's
we
not,
have it.
He's not wrong, bro.
I don't know.
Kendrick gives art. He has
Yeah,
all the
bro.
music and shit like that.
Like when
art and
Kendrick
shit
don't
like that.
flop, bro.
But like
He
Kendrick
don't
gives
flop, but I
art.
definitely had my doubts when I heard top of the morning. I was like, oh no, we're getting a whole album with this, and we almost did. We almost did.
You was quick to say, "Oh no, this
no,
Kendrick."
Mike,
You
no.
you seen the top of the morning? You said
Wearing the
album gonna be
boots,
you
wearing
seen
his
the
boots.
You
I'm like, this
said
some
this
bullshit.
that.
He's
I'm
still
like,
wearing
Vic,
boots.
If you don't let this
He's
nigga
still
drop
wearing
the
boots.
music first,
He's still wearing boots in Ghana. Now he got new boots. I'm like, oh
wearing
damn.
the boots.
My dad wears them boots.
The boots might not be fresh, but the album is fly. So You can do whatever the fuck
Can't
you
judge
want.
them by the clothes they wear. You know what I'm
bro.
saying?
No, yeah, I think it's a great album. I think it's especially because the conversation it starts. Like that's what I think. Like if you start a conversation, that's where it matters because the conversation can last forever.
Shout
Like
out,
this is lifelong shit, musium shit. You
shout out
know?
to the journalists. They're gonna have to write up some shit about this. This is not an easy album,
Man.
bro. This is probably the
Damn.
hardest.
It's
This is
a
the
puzzle
hardest.
piece. I-
Think P says.
Bro.
Think
I'd
P
be
says. He
heated
says
if
it
I
on
was
that
in-
on that
yeah,
song.
sitting
Right
there
about
like-
this, I'd be tight, bro.
I'm sitting on my computer. What the fuck am I
Think P
gonna
says.
do,
Think P says.
bro?
Man, but yeah, there we have it. I said it. I think it might be Kendrick's worst album. Hate me in the comments. Do whatever the fuck you're gonna do.
I'ma
You
hop
guys are
in the
gonna do it.
comments later and be like, fuck this
You know what I'm saying? It's arguable.
I hope your fans like me this time.
I was just in your podcast.
Last time,
and shit
what
like
for
that.
the size?
Last time we did
What
the
happened?
ending. Oh no, it was the kicking it with
Oh, Coogee.
bro. They hated me.
Oh yeah, they were all because
Why,
your
what
opinions.
It was like the nigga in yellow, like he's trying to be mad different, bro.
Oh
Not even
yeah,
like
because you
that.
had like the
I'm
a going the against the grain vibe. They felt like, oh, this guy's going against the
Yeah.
grain.
I'm
I
like,
remember.
Damn, I just kept it 100.
I remember.
So-
What was you
Famous
talking about?
opinions.
It was the like our favorite albums, and I think I said I wasn't crazy about. It was just 2018, so I can't even remember what I wasn't.
It was a
crazy
podcast,
about.
the Coogie's podcast.
Yeah.
Oh,
Coogie's
you're
pod-
not crazy
I
about.
can't remember.
Nah, that was a long ago. Can't remember, but I
So
do. I
what's
never.
the
I remember the
cheeks?
energy you're talking about. But it goes back to Kendrick says, can't please everybody.
Can't please
Yeah.
everybody.
Can't
bro,
please
listen.
everybody.
Oh no, I just laughed. I was like, damn.
Yeah, don't pay attention.
Oh,
to
yeah,
the-
no.
Yeah.
No, but I hope you niggas like it. I don't know if you.
No,
don't.
they're gonna kill me. That's
Fuck
what, and
you.
I'll take it. I
Oh,
don't.
you
I don't
can kill
care.
this nigga, fine.
Because we say
They're
it to
killing
them.
all of us.
I say it to them all the time. Like, you fuck with me, you fuck with me. Now you can suck my dick.
I am not your savior.
I'm not your savior.
That's
I am
how
not
it
your
goes.
savior. You know what I'm
Can't cry
saying?
together though.
Yeah. Oh, you said we can? Oh, damn. Shit.
Listen, actually,
Let's
you
do
know
it.
what? Put the camera on me. If you
Camera is on you.
if you actually listen to We Cry Together, like as like for real, like, oh my god, this
Like
is
driving around in the whip type
Yeah.
shit. You're going.
Yeah, you're
Oh,
kind
they're
of
crazy.
You're kind
Please
of
let me
They got a
know.
problem, bro.
Please let me know because you need help.
Yeah.
Nah,
Like
They-
if that's
definitely
the if
ain't.
that's
That's
the
a
life,
problem.
if
Your
that's the life
relationship
you're
is
living-
very
yeah,
toxic.
Bro, come on. If that's the life you're living,
Even when I'm home
Seek
by
help.
bro, even when I'm home by myself and have the album like on just
honestly,
on the speaker,
just take off the song. Bro.
I should do that, but I
Yeah.
keep forgetting to, and I hear the little Alchemist beat, and I'll be like, damn, Kendrick's about to spaz on this, and I'm like, wait,
Yeah,
that's
because
not what
Alchemist
it-
produced it. That's a fucking
Nigga, I
thing.
sprint to
Yeah.
my phone, skip, bro. No, we're not doing that today.
Yeah, so if you have a relationship like that, please seek help.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it happens.
Run.
It happens. You argue, and then you end up fucking at the end. It happens,
But that was a serious ass
Hey,
argument.
Yo,
not
she
for the
was-
world to
she
hear
was-
sometimes.
She was cooking it, bro.
Listen,
I should have been fucked on your cousin.
that's how the world sounds like. And I think like the fact
Bro.
that album has that song alone, it just is like on purpose. He knows people are gonna talk about it, hate it or love it, and then
Oh, yeah,
that's
for
what makes
sure.
it
Yeah.
purely art. Like that's what differentiates art from this microwavable fly by night shit.
Mhm.
You
You know
know,
what it might be? It might be some like cancel, like it might be like cancel culture adjacent, where it's like you hate somebody for mad long,
Mhm.
mm,
and then just like when the time is right, or like when something happens, then boom, you
Well,
love him again.
like you said, he said this is what the world sounds like.
no, yeah, it's like was the Jay-Z or the Kanye lyric is like first they hate you, then they love you, then they love they first they love you, then they hate you, then they love you again, and it could be, but we could be here for hours talking about this shit. Because like there's so much holes to dig with this album, like to be very honest. But comment down below, share your opinion on everything we discussed today, specifically, especially the Kendrick Lamar album.
Yes, sir.
5 years in the making, 5 years later, how do you guys feel? Share your opinions and feel free to. Don't be scared to. I feel like I'm pretty sure he wants you to. Like that's
Oh,
what he
yeah,
creates the art for.
Yeah,
Whether you love it or hate it,
100%.
he loves this shit.
Even though you might not care.
Even though he says he might not care, he's not
Yeah.
your savior, whatever, blah, blah, blah. It's art. So he knows that people are going to have their think pieces, think piece. You caught that right when he said it on the album? They heard that in the background? Think pieces.
What song is that?
That's the one where it's like a bad song. We said like this is bad on purpose. It's like not supposed to be listened to. Can't please everybody. That one when he's like keep saying can't please everybody.
Crown.
Yeah. At the
Is it
end, it's
Crown?
like he's like think
That's the song I don't fuck with.
that's just but it's like on purpose, low key. At the
I gotta
end,
listen again.
bro, at the end he says it. Think pieces, like, and it's like, oh shit, he's coming at Wongo. He's talking because Wongo about to write a think piece on this bitch.
Bro, I gotta
You
go
know?
home and finish that.
Yeah, man. So and it's like,
fun.
damn, we could talk about it for so long.
Yeah, you can wrap it up.
Because like the crown and like he's like questioning whether he's like he wants to wear the crown because like he's number one, right? And he said it like, I'm the best rapper alive, but it's like, do I care? Am I top one? That's what that song is deep, but it just sounds like undigestible. But the lyrics is like, we could be here all day. Comment down below. Cap CA Podcast episode 31. See you guys next week. Be safe. Love you guys.
Easy,
Subscribe. Love us. Hate us. Can't please everybody. We're out.
They gon' love me for my ambition.